kiss, every late night walk, every secret wish, every second chance, every time we dance underneath the light of the street lamp. Ooh.
Let's lose our mind.
Let me get funky.
just some more whiskey. I can't seem to understand how you do this to me. You've been running in circles inside my head. Wasn't looking for love, but baby, I found you instead. Saw you in that red dress. I can't seem to understand how you got all that finesse. Still been running in circles inside my head. Wasn't looking for love, but baby, I found you instead.
Hello, everybody. We're back with the boosted take and a little bit of a. This is a big episode for us. You know, we have a lot to cover. We've been gone for a couple weeks, but we are back for real this time. Join with our hosts. We got Jose and Flo here on cams, and
Hi.
we got our boy Haz way in the back as well. So don't you worry, we are not missing out on anybody of the boosted take. We're gonna be talking about LAN for MCS very briefly at the start, and then we'll be transitioning into a few tier lists for CSA. We'll be talking about each tier, just general discussions about each team. You know, we'll be talking about the draft. We'll be talking about just how CSA has been going, because this is the start of season 2, and it's been a very exciting time. How is everyone else doing here today?
Yeah, I'm doing well. You know, you said it. The CSA Season 2 draft has just finished up.
Okay, you gotta turn us up.
Is wrapped up. We're getting ready for a fantastic season. I'm super excited. You guys are all GMs. I imagine you guys are excited about your team as well. How about you, Jose?
I'm really excited for CSA. I'm really excited to get the teams going, to get, I don't know, just work in the transfer market, improve my teams if I feel like they need to improve, but I'm just excited to get the season started. It's been something we've been looking forward to for a while.
Yeah, I mean, something I don't think we really mentioned was that every single one of us are GMs, even our stream guy, Mr. AK. All of us are GMs now, so we all had a very, very intense, what was it?
Just turn us up through Discord.
Last Sunday. So, about a week ago, we had a very, very intense Sunday, and now we're all finally here. It's good to be back, I'd say.
Yeah, it's about time that we got cooking up again. We've been very busy, but we are back, and we're here to say. But right before we hop into CSA, I know we're very excited about that. We should do our best to recap LAN, because that was about, what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now, and it was a crazy time. It was a crazy time for MCS. A lot of upsets, a lot of storylines, and man, I felt like nothing. Every team I was predicting to win was losing. Every team I was starting to cheer for, they just got smacked. I mean, there were some crazy storylines. I mean, just looking at Rising Star, let's say. I mean, Derecho, who I thought genuinely, they looked insane in the Major 2 right before this. And they have a very good, I believed was going to be a LAN playstyle, and they went out 0-3 in groups. I mean, that was one of the biggest shocks of the event. But it was a really fun event. As you can see, Bemidji Lumberjacks were able to get it done. This was a team that they were strong all season long, but they could never get it done until LAN.
Holy, I mean, they got owned by the Rochester Rhythm, though.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, what about KC Outlaws going 3-0?
Yeah, that was fairly impressive. I was definitely a doubter, especially after Major too, which was disappointing. But they pulled up to LAN. And they really showed here. They wanted it. I think they wanted to prove a lot of people wrong, including myself. And I will admit, I was wrong, and I'm happy because yeah, they ended up doing well, and they went all the way to the top 4. So congrats to them. I was a doubter, no longer.
Yeah, I mean, also those that Group A being that disgusting. Well, we all said it was the group of death.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Maulers would have shown up to LAN, it's just ironic if they would have shown up to LAN. Literally, I think that group would have been terrifying, even more than it already was. Like, it was so sad to see the Maulers just not be able to show up and play it that day.
Yeah. And I mean, we could even see the 2 finalists came from that group, and the Brander Victory also did very well. And Maulers, we saw Joxo play 1 series in Chal, and they kind of destroyed. So, I mean, honestly.
Yeah, they swept that series.
Yeah. I was very impressed from what I was seeing, but you know, that is Rocket League. Sometimes life gets ahead of you. But like we said, like that Group A, I mean, both of the finalists were in that group. But let's take a peek at our challenger bracket. I mean, what a fantastic showing, though. And I do wanna shout out. I know we kind of went over it quickly, but man, that Buffalo team in Rising Star, they looked so dominant until the grand finals. I don't know what Bemidji were doing that day differently, but they just took them down to the grand finals. But Buffalo, we said it was their tournament to lose. They got all the way there, just could not quite get it done. Looking at this Chal bracket, I don't even want to talk about this because I went out in groups. But hey, we beat the winners, so you know I don't even want to talk about it. This. Just
No.
bad memories, man. Bad memories.
It's Nate owned by Busy.
I mean, where's Flo and Haz at? Where's Flo and Haz
Yeah,
at?
I mean, Flo and Haz unfortunately did not make an appearance at MCS LAN at all. And you know, you mentioned Busy owns Matus Nate. Matus Nate did end up winning the tournament, and you know, Busy's team did not make it past group stage. It's true.
Snake
But
did get the last laugh.
But the head-to-head matchup did go the way of Busy. So I don't know. That's up for debate. I think. Does Busy own Matus Nate, or does Matus?
I think the beef has just. I think the beef has got to be solved next season. And that's what I mean.
You would think so. I think it'll
mean,
I think it'll be generational beef. I think their kids will be fighting. I mean, like
I
don't know. I have never seen.
That's like the 200 year beef, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I
this.
think it could be 100-year beef.
The thing, I know we've heard this before, but you're saying next season. But Mates Nate, he said he's not signing up again. He said he's done. So is it just done right then and there, or man, it is going to be a sad sight if we don't get to see those two play up against each other again. I know that they're obviously both in CSA, but I don't think the same tier. If I'm
No.
But
Busy's playing superstar. Matus Nate's playing professional.
yeah, so we might not get to see them clash anymore. Clash mentioned, but looking at the rest of Challenger, I was very, very, very sad to watch Buffalo go down the way they did. They also I know we just said the same thing about Challenger or for Rising Star, but it's the same story for Challenger. They were the team. This was their tournament to lose, and they did not go in at full power. They made it through they made it through groups, and they just crumbled before semifinals. It was rough, you know, and the way it happened, I mean, I've heard it a million times at this point, was very tragic. Unfortunate outcome for them. So
Yeah, I mean,
also derecho. Sorry, you go.
Also, we got to talk about how sad it is to see, you know, Clash go 1 and 2 in that group. I've heard some sad circumstances there, and he's finally got his chance to play. He finally got his chance to play on LAN, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, unfortunate from a man clash. One thing that is worth noting about the Buffalo, I think Rob was on like 6 past 2. I mean, he was slaving away building CSA. He had a lot of IRL stuff to take care of as well. So sometimes that does just stack up against you. That team was not able to play at their full form on LAN, and they don't make it past semifinals, unfortunately. But yeah, that was a team I really wanted to see win. Rob is a guy that I like a lot. I respect a lot. So a bit unfortunate they fell the way they did, but.
It is
Congratulations
what it is.
to Nice.
I mean, what about that Stewie roster? Didn't they also
They did well.
almost come? Didn't they almost come back against that Knights roster?
They
I think
made
so,
it.
yeah.
I think it was reverse sweep
They
territory.
made it all the way to 7 after reverse sweeping and just barely could not get the job done. But still a fantastic showing for them. That's another team I really
Goldu
want to
just
do
said in
well.
chat. Stewie got eliminated at 0 seconds in Game 7.
Oh, I remember
Yeah,
that.
so-
That shit was so crazy.
It was basically a ground pinch, but the ball went slightly up in front of the goal, and if it rolled, it would have been down. But because it got a little bit of pop on, it wasn't really quite a pinch. It was more like a double on the ground, and it just got a little bit of height. I was behind him the whole. That was a tragic end, but still a very good showing. You know, they got all the way to semis, so can't be disappointed in that entirely. One team I do want to touch base on real quick before we go to Premier is Derecho. Wow, what a showing. I was not expecting anything from them, especially because they were playing with Blasky instead of, I believe it was, who was it again?
Adala?
Adola.
Yeah,
They
he
didn't have
subbed them for
Adola.
Adola.
Yeah, Risser was looking like a dog. Blasky honestly was looking at home, which is surprising. You know, Blasky he made it through group stage in Challenger, but not the Rising Star. So it was a little bit surprising. But anyways, going on to Premier, which was also a very just interesting showing. You know, we saw some teams that I must have slept on because from previous experience, just watching these teams previously, I mean, I knew this group of A was going to be the group of death, just looking at the rosters in there. But Rochester Rhythm going out in groups, just like in Challenger,
I don't think we had that in our bracket.
No,
I think we
no,
had.
we had Rochester
them
going
winning.
very far.
We had them
We had them
winning.
winning. Yeah. Okay.
It was
so
a coin flip at the end. We had them winning with a coin flip at the end.
yeah, we
Between
did not
another
have-
team in that group, Superiors, who also got eliminated early. Man, this was a
Yeah.
crazy bracket.
that was
Brainerd
that was a
just
Bruce
took
take
over.
fumble, unfortunately. But
Exactly what Jose said. Brainerd took over today, and
Net stacker got the net stacker got
I
the
mean,
last half.
yeah. Whitlocker doing his thing, stacking the net, but K-Domac had a performance like no other.
That
really
guy,
making a case
that
to
guy
be
in
the
grand
MVP.
finals genuinely looked like Prime Zen. He looked so gross. Like
But
everything he touched went in the back of the net.
Even before grand finals, he wasn't even playing that great. It was just like Whitlock carrying. It was so insane to watch. Because
Whitlock
he wasn't
stepped
net
up
stacking.
heavily.
Yeah, he wasn't net stacking. He was just like chasing the ball, chasing people. And he was just playing.
He was
out of
doing
his
like
mind.
1v3 outplays.
I would say day one, K-Domac did look like a completely different beast. That he looked insane. Day two, it was a lot of Whitlock until the finals.
Yeah.
And even in the finals, I would say around game 3 is when K-Domac got online, and then it was just over from then. It was genuinely over. Flyers did really well. That was another team. I had doubted that team, especially because my only experience with that team before, I mean, they just dropped a player, and I got to play against them, and I was like, I mean, Zoms beat them. How could they possibly do well here? But they looked better on LAN than they did online. They showed up, showed out, and that is the team I'm very pleasantly surprised that they made it all the way to the finals. And honestly, they had a very good chance of winning.
I did predict they were gonna do good, and you guys all told me it was bad ball knowledge. So
All right,
I can
you can
hold
hang
that
on
over-
your one sliver
I
of
can
hope.
hold
you
on to that. I can hold on to
stupid
that.
That's like your one
little-
W the entire time this
He's-
podcast has been a thing, by the way.
Okay.
that
He's
is
gonna hold on to that for the end of time.
And his name has 4 letters. What do you know about that?
That clip is so good.
Oh, dude.
Oh my.
Yeah, all right. But I mean, any other storylines in Premier we want to go over real quick before we bounce out of here?
The Flyers had
Um,
like the entire crowd behind them. Everyone brought their families.
yeah.
There's like 10 people behind them,
Yeah.
cheering
There was
on.
good energy. I think when the Flyers were playing, they had the most energy behind them, the best crowd. It was really fun to see. You know, if I felt bad because they were sitting like right there, and I was like cheering against them because I obviously wanted my boy Whitlock to win. But yeah, that was fun. But moving forward,
More Clash,
WMCS
though.
LAN though, looking forward to the next season.
We got to
but moving,
poor Clash though. All of Clash's franchise went bottom in the group. Every single one
Yeah.
of his teams went last.
that's unfortunate happens, but he'll recover. Making our way to CSA.
Oh,
This is I'm really excited to start talking about CSA because I mean we just all 5 of us. I know you only see 4 of us on cams. Of course, AK, our lovely producer. All 5 of us are GMs. We have so much to talk about, and we just got done with the preseason. I know there was a pretty hideous amount of forfeits. We're going to be trying our best to make a tier list of each team after the preseason. There were, in total, I believe, 41 forfeits.
Yeah.
Counting the double forfeit as 2. But a ridiculous amount of just forfeits. So we can't exactly rank this perfectly. This is just going to be based off our preference for the most part. Obviously, we're going to be biased towards our team a little bit, but I think that's just how it always going to be. So we are going to make our way from the top. Start with world class. We want to start with some bangers, so we are going to be making our way down. It's also important to note that pretty soon cuts will happen, and cuts will determine Sal cap. So
Yeah,
I think
our cuts for CSA
They've
are
already started.
due- Yeah, they've already started. A lot of like GMs have already started cutting, but they are due by Wednesday at midnight. So we have about 2 days, just under 2 days, to figure out who all the GMs want to drop. You have to drop one person from each tier, minus world class. So there's a lot for us 5 here to be doing in the background. But I know a lot of us got that stuff figured out.
Yeah, I know. The only reason I brought that up is because we won't technically know what the roster is. We just got to go off of what we know, what we saw during the preseason. I know not every team, even the ones that were playing, didn't have their full rosters. There was a lot of forfeits, so we are just gonna be working with what we got, and what we got is right in front of us. Starting off with world class, man, there are a lot of good teams. Maybe we just go down the line here from the top. I'm gonna pull up my sheet here on the side because there is a lot of teams. Starting off with the Atlanta Aces, though, Swaz, Drew, and Dap Dap. Man, what a stacked roster, in my opinion. I mean, this is a solid team. But
Very
the thing is,
bunch of twos
about
names.
world class is every team is stacked.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
There's no bad teams. Every person here deserves to be here. It's very hard to rank them, but we got to try our best.
I think we should start with the teams who are already like on the stream sheet. So we're gonna start with San Diego
Let's do that.
Lions. I would say is best. So
like
we
that.
can just go top down, so the audience is
I
keeping
see
up
what you're
with
saying.
us.
I like that. Yeah.
Yep.
So Snaz, Ryulite, and Shocks. Ooh, I like this team. I like this team. I don't know how they did during the preseason, but just on paper, I like that team.
On paper that's a good team. One of the more balanced teams you'll see in world class. A lot of world class teams are very top heavy. Just because those first round picks are so high salad, and then of course you've got the pick at the bottom of the next round, and then also the bottom of the third round. So in a lot of world class teams, you'll see a pretty high disparity between your first player and your third player. But this one's a little bit more balanced here with Snaz, Rylet, and Shocks.
Yeah, the only thing they need to worry about for that roster is just them showing up. I know that's a big thing that there's a lot of teams actually here that will have that issue.
Yeah.
So if they can get through that and they just show up, I think they will definitely be one of those top 8 teams. I don't think they're going to break through to the top 4, top 5 range, but I definitely think they will be that middle of the ground team that are kind of like the gatekeepers for if you want to be good, you have to get through us type of situation.
Yeah, they unfortunately had 2 forfeits, so we don't have much to go off of. I think that's a good point, Hudson. We just put this team down somewhere in the middle. I think this is a very solid team. I would not be surprised if this team could beat any team, but also can lose to a lot of teams.
Mhm.
I would just throw them down and maybe B-ish.
Yeah, I think
I do think this is a solid roster. I do. But we just didn't get to see them play, so we don't
yes.
know where else to put them. But I think
Sna-
just off names, this is a solid team.
Snaz is a fantastic threes player. That guy, I believe he made top 12 in the LCQ. So like that dude, he can play high level threes. Just
Not just
depends
that,
on.
I think the other two as well are fan.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Riolite, he was one of the guys I was looking at. Riolite for my second rounder. I
He
did
is
end up
very,
going
very good. Shocks
with
is
my
also
boy Mad
disgusting.
Max, but I mean Riolite is crazy, and Shocks was another player I was looking. If he dropped, if my player got taken, that was one of the guys I was looking at. So there was a few very solid players slapped onto a team right there. I think that's going to be a solid team, maybe near the top of B. Continuing on with the Tijuana Toros that are next up. Let's see here. How did they do? They got a forfeit win, so they did show up at least. So they got the forfeit. They got 2 forfeit wins. Are up against my squad. We are going to see a lot of this, people. We I mean, out of unfortunately for week 1, a lot of these players, if there's no points on the line, there's not much incentive to go, especially for these world-class teams that don't benefit from this. A lot of the other rosters, they're at the very least trying out which team they want to go with in the future. Who are they cutting? They don't know. So let's get some games in, especially these games that are already scheduled. But for world class, you drafted 3 players. 3 players are staying. No one's getting cut on these rosters, so there's not a big incentive to shout for these matches. Shout out to the the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games that happened in world class. That's a W. But Tijuana Toros. It's
Kevin, I
pretty
mean,
solid roster.
Kevin is very disgusting. I
Kevin is pretty
glowing.
good,
Glowing was not on my draft board. I actually had glowing off my draft board. I wasn't too much of a fan of his game. But I also do know Exiled is gross. But I think Kevin could carry that team and bring that team to.
I mean, from what I remember, he took Kevin really high. So the other 2 picks were not.
He did
as
take Kevin high.
He took
think
him
he
like
took Kevin
4th
at
pick, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Yeah, Kevin was a bit of a curveball. Not gonna lie. I think this is one of the weaker teams in my full opinion. I I don't even. I mean, maybe C tier. Honestly, it could be lower. I do
Yeah,
think
I
Kevin
agree with
is a
that.
dog. I think it's. I think obviously every single player here is a dog. Every single player here is insane. They're infinitely better than I will ever be. But I just think this 3 combination of players is just worse than San Diego. Just looking at them, San Diego are, I think, in my opinion, better. I think Kevin is probably better than Snaz, but there's just not a good enough supporting cast. Obviously these players can show out and they're insane, but that is my personal belief.
I'm
Up
totally
next,
fair with putting that in C tier. I think you spoke it to a T.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
our good friend Takeover. What do we think about the San Antonio Stallions?
I think it's a very good roster. I was talking to Preston. I was talking about getting Preston. It was either between I get Taibu or Preston, and Preston got the 2 guys he specifically asked for. Morvu and Stallion are 2 players who he wanted to play with, and he got them. So if they don't do well, I think that's just kind of a skill issue at that point. But they should be very, very, very good.
Did they play
I agree
preseason?
100%.
No, they double forfeited, but Stallion is a dog. That dude is gross.
Also, one thing I do want to point out, shout out Stallion for finding his home on the San Antonio Stallions. I think that's a bit funny. I think there's a nice parity there. So I think that's got to be at least a little bit of a buff. I think we can sling these guys high A, S. Do you think?
I don't think S tier.
Maybe A.
I don't.
No, I'd say
A.
A tier.
A tier,
like
I think, is good. I think A tier is where this team is super solid. I actually got farmed by Stallion a few days ago. That guy is a dog. And I saw Morvu a lot in combines. Honestly, he was actually around. So he is a guy I was looking at. And Preston, he is just when you see someone with that high a salary and he knows who he wants to team with, and those teammates are also really really good. This team's gonna be solid. So I personally, I rate this team probably around an A. And looking around the corner, I mean, I'm going to be biased more than Molasses, but
Gulp.
Yeah.
go see
More
about the
than-
Mad Max montage. Oh my! All right,
Yeah.
Why
I
is
I don't
more
think
than
he knows about
molasses?
it.
I mean, when you got Soars, you literally got Mad Max with them basically just handed to you because they were playing 2s, like you said, when they were
Mhm.
you were doing your draft.
that was a package deal. I had 4 players, or I had 5 players that I knew were going to fall to me, and no matter what, I wanted a combination of 2 of them, and I got the top 2 on my list. So I'm very happy. Soars and Mad Max. I'm not gonna lie, Mad Max is probably the most mechanical player in the entirety of World Class.
Yeah.
That's
I don't.
Yeah.
He, as far as goes for pure mechanics, he is.
Ah.
I just want to say, the other day we pulled up a little montage of his. I have genuinely never seen some of the stuff he has done ever. It is
Yeah,
genuinely insane. Please go watch a montage of his.
I've never seen someone triple back tough in a 2K lobby before, and that dude just does it
even-
automatically.
There, I have to just. I'm glazing obviously about my own team. This man got a reset on the top of the ball, jumps to the ceiling. Oh, I've never even seen that before. And then he gets like the most insane musty flick of my entire 130 kph to the corner, doubles. Dude, this guy.
What the fuck?
No, he like we got. Okay, if you have not seen this guy, look him up on YouTube. He's insane. Anyways, I'm obviously glazing because of my roster. I'm always going to support my boys. I think you guys should take care of this one. I went on for a while. Okay.
I mean, I'm just kind of letting you glaze. I feel like the glaze for him is kind of like warranted. He's disgusting.
Yeah, it's.
Do you know
What
what?
about the other two players though? Like, we know Mad Max is disgusting, but what about Soars and Geodes?
Soars is really good if you can get him to grind, and I think that he has his friend. I think he will grind. Geoids, I have heard very, very, very mixed opinions about from my guys, from other players who has potentially picking up. He was a lot of them. No one really wanted to play with him, which was shocking because he's a high level player.
This was the guys. This was the number one player. Soars wanted in the 3rd round, and he got him. So Soars is happy.
Do you remember what video it was that you watched at Mad Max?
Let me take
Insane,
a peek.
Insane Montage Part 7.
Busy sent it to me. Ask Busy, dude. That guy, Busy was like, "Yeah, have you seen this before?" And he starts playing it, and I'm actually screaming, like genuinely. Let me ask Busy real quick, but yeah, it genuinely one of the best montages I have ever seen in my entire life. I'll ask Busy, but you guys can rank my team while I'm doing that.
I mean, I still think it's a fantastic roster. I think
do.
you gotta throw it up there with the Stallions. I think it's just behind the Stallions. I think the Stallions have more of a floor, but if you can get Mad Max to do what he's doing in those montages, apparently, I think that team could definitely take them over. But right now, I think you got to put it behind them.
Yeah, it's valid. I'm not gonna put too
I'm
much.
fine with A there.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm building solid rosters here. All right, moving onwards. I'll wait for you to scroll before I introduce them. New Orleans Nightmares. Dondo, what a team he has built here, and this was a bit of a this was a surprising pick in the draft. I was in talks with Dondo, and I knew this was a potential pick he had. But when I saw, I believe it was Adam fall to him, I thought that no matter what, he was going to pick him. And then I knew he wanted Bosco. Bosco is a very safe pick because that's who he's been talking with. That's the guy he's been communicating with. I do think he could have done better though. I do think Bosco is extremely solid. But because I think it was Adam that fell. Adam is just like the clear pick there, unfortunately.
Yeah, Adam fell to like the 10 or so. I know Busy got him.
Yeah, that might have been the best pick
shameful.
of that was ridiculous. But we'll see. I guess we genuinely will see. I am a little bit scared for this New Orleans Nightmares team. I do think Bosco's fantastic, but he was one of the guys I was reaching out to because I thought he would fall to me, and I had the 15th pick. And if he fell there, I would have been ecstatic, of course. But I mean, I think Dondo had a 7 pick, if I believe. So it's a bit of a ways. I mean, I'm twice the distance away from him. Bosco's definitely a very solid player, but for the time, I do believe there are better picks.
I mean, you definitely can't even slouch on his teammates. Mystical, the TikTok goat.
Oh yeah,
that guy's just TikTok guy. And then Mercy, that dude has been very, very. I've played Mercy for a while, being in the high school scene, and that dude he's just been only getting better and better and better, and that dude's just gross. I was shocked to see like where he went. I did think he was going to go a little bit later than he did, or even potentially fall out. But I'm glad he did earn a spot in World Class, and I think it's definitely earned. But
yeah.
I think this team will either be very, very good or very, very bad. So,
I mean, I know it's not a indication of skill, but just looking at like sal caps, he is the team with the lowest salary on the roster. I know that's not an end all be all, but I think it is an indication, especially when it's 42 points. He has 42 points less salary than some of these other rosters. In fact, more. I mean, there's some rosters. I mean, he has other from the top team, the Gyro team. It is almost 90 salary. It's more than 90 salary difference, which I think at that point is a big difference.
and there's not much we can look at this team either. They double forfeited as well, so
Yeah, there's not
we
much.
can't we can't look at much other than the roster itself.
I would just slap them down somewhere and see. I think they're a good roster.
I think they might be better than the Kevin Glowing Exile team. So I think you might want to put them the torso.
Yeah, I think we can put them above the Toros. I think that's a safe throw.
I'm not comfortable putting them up with the Sea Lions. That's all. That's
I
as long
agree.
as
Yeah,
long as
we'll,
we agree on
Yeah.
that.
we'll
I
have to
think,
get some separation there. We can
yeah,
adjust the list maybe later.
I think
Um,
the thing is, I think that team is just a high B team. We just don't have the other B teams in there yet.
Mhm.
But we can keep going.
Agree.
And going, we are, and this is the team I was talking about earlier. That I kind of jumped the gun on. Swaz, Drew, and Dap Dap.
This team, I have some experience with Swaz. I've known the guy for quite a bit. Dap Dap as well. I've known for a decent amount of time. All these players are very, very, very good players in twos. Swaz has made a regional. Dap Dap has made very, very close to regionals. So like, there's very, very good chance they could be a good team, but I do think they might fall to that high B range, which is sad for me to say because I actually do enjoy this roster somewhat. I don't know what they're going to get out of Drew. I don't know Drew that well, but I think they will be kind of like that San Diego team where they're kind of that gatekeep team where if you beat us, you are a good team. If you don't beat us, you're not good enough. So
Yeah, something to note is that they were there. They actually showed up for preseason, and they did unfortunately lose in 5 to the Miami Makos, who I do think are a very solid roster. But they are willing to show up. So
which
I
is
think
great.
I think that's a pretty big plus. So I think that team, I like them just because I know they're going to show up.
Yeah.
But just looking on paper,
I'd personally put them above the San Diego Sea Lions, right in that B tier.
I think I'd have them next to him. Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
I would have them either in front of him or behind him. I don't know. They're pretty close for me. They're really close for me.
I think I think
I
Swaz
pers-
just dips Naz.
I like the San Diego's more, but I can see where you're coming from. I think it's close. But
yeah, that's interesting.
it's close. It's close.
Yeah, I personally like the Aces there a little bit more. I think Dap Dap is gross. I watched a decent amount of him. I've heard from him through T-Corel, through Slayer. That is a proven player in my eyes, and I think that if your third is proven, and obviously Swaz is gross as well, I think that's going to be a really good team.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Dap Dap as well. The only problem is, I remember I was talking to one of my world class team players. He was like helping me with the draft and whatnot, and he just did not know who Drew was. He like never had heard of the guy. We like tried looking through his tracker and stuff. We just had no clue who he was.
Yeah, he's a big question mark for me too.
And that's why I like that San Diego team. Is just I do think the first rounder on this. I think Swaz is better, but I like Riolette and Shocks a lot. That's why I'm. But I think they're close. I think this is fine. I think
I
these
think
two
if they
teams
played,
are.
it's guaranteed to go to 5. I'd say if these two
I-
teams play.
Yeah, I think these two teams are really 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 good. I don't think does anyone else have anything to add for that?
No, that's all I
I
really
think we're
got.
happy.
All right, we're honestly going through this without much conflict. That is surprising. I know there's not been much to like get an insane argument against so far, as we've only had a few preseason games, and even then, most of them have been forfeited. But continue on. We got Savannah Phantoms. Demo has built some interesting roster here. Kazi Og and Waves. Any strong opinions about this roster?
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't heard of any of them, so I can't really.
I
I mean,
talk about
they
them.
they definitely
Same.
reached down pretty far for Waves. Waves was supposed to go middle-ish of Prem round 1, and they reached for him. So I wouldn't say they're taking a chance on him because Waves is B plus and he's a great player. But there were some, in my opinion, some better players they could have grabbed. But if I had to guess, they probably did it because they were friends, which
Yeah.
is reasonable because I know Kazi and Og are great friends. I think they're both in the norms, so that might be a thing where they're doing that. And Kazi did just get rank X, so this team has the potential to be fantastic. So I don't really know where they're gonna end up though. It's
Yeah,
hard.
this is a tough one for me to put down, man. Let me. Did they play preseason or did they forfeit? Let me take a peek.
I believe they forfeited. I'll recheck for you. They forfeited. Forfeited.
Okay, they forfeited.
Oh wait, no. Okay, they forfeited second series, but they lost 3-1 to Miami in the first
Both
series.
I'm hearing a lot of people. I'm looking at the Miami roster. I know we're not there yet, and I wasn't very impressed off draft, but I have
They're
heard
very-
a lot of good things.
Especially with the
No,
drama
that
that happened.
roster's fantastic. I'm not gonna lie.
That drama that happened on draft night between two of their players, and so they lost one of their players immediately. seeing their bounce back and getting a great sub, because the CSA sub pool is incredible this season.
Oh, is that what happened? Who was their
Yes.
sub?
So they originally off draft, this team was Peaceful, Jathan, and Imminent, and Jathan and Imminent have some unspoken beef,
Right. Right.
and so they had to drop. They decided to drop Jathan, and then Cryptic signed up late, so he's just in the free agent pool. So then they picked up Cryptic, and they kind of just played extremely well
'Kay.
yesterday. So
Fair enough.
I mean,
Fair enough.
automatically, I'd probably put this team. You split it. That Kaziog Waves team. You split Atlanta and San Diego, and you shove them right in the middle, right there. I'd say. That's where I'd put them.
Yeah.
both towards the center.
I'd
Who
put
else
them towards
did,
the
Sa-
center
who else did
or
Miami
behind them.
play?
Miami
went 2-0 on the day. That's all I
yeah,
know.
Miami beat
Honestly,
Atlanta in Game 5.
I think Miami needs to go A. I genuinely think
I'd even put
Imminent.
them S. I'd even put them S.
I can see an argument for them in S. I think they're gross. Peaceful was a good pick, even for that round. Imminent is
Gross.
gross.
Third round.
Absolutely disgusting, especially for a third round player.
And Cryptic has been around for forever. That dude is so smart, and he's played in such high level lobbies his entire career. Like, I think that team is
It's
it's a sneaky golem in the pocket type of team.
it's
Can we
very
vote on
tricky
us
to
for
argue
now and
against
see if we like a team more than them? Now, I mean, you said Savannah
I know a team I
Phantoms
like
went
more than them.
4. Savannah Phantoms went to 4 against them, I
That's
believe.
someone bigger.
So I could see them being around a B tier team then. I will leave them there for now.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
How many teams do we want to put in S? Are we just putting one team in S? Are we putting 2, 3?
I think you can.
We'll
it
figure
depends.
that out when we get to it. It depends
I-
how many teams are S tier caliber. I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think you can justify if you could justify 3 teams going there, why not? But
Mhm.
we just don't know yet. We'll just keep on going down. Next up, we got Rochester. Gear, Flying, and Vanish. These
I think this
are
was
very solid
Power's best team he put together. Like, I think this team did they play? I don't
I'm not entirely sure.
believe they played. They did not play from what it looks like.
I think
No, they played
did
the St.
play.
Louis Archers
They
and they
played-
lost
They
in
did
5.
play. Did you watch that series?
Yeah, we all watched it today, yesterday. Me, Jose, and AK were.
How did they look?
They got diffed
They
by the
looked
Archers.
solid. They looked very solid. Brought the Archers to 5.
Because on
Brought the
paper,
Archers to 5.
that world class team looks disgusting.
I really like Flying Advantage. Those two guys are
Agree.
really good. Those were on the list. You know, they are very, very solid. I was not looking at Gear so much. I didn't really know too much about Gear. I didn't think he was gonna. He just wasn't on my draft board. I could have picked him up. I just didn't know too much about him. I probably could have reached out to him and figured out some more, but I was pretty locked in on my players. But Vanish and Flying are very, very, very solid. So, and just the
Absolutely.
fact that they showed up and brought a solid team to 5, I think is worth a lot. Now, do we think this is how solid of a roster do we think this is? I mean, back to back, it's with St. Louis Archers. How good are the St. Louis Archers?
Read the names and tell me.
Read the names and tell me it's cold.
That-
And
We
honestly,
got
like,
Percy. We got Kronovi. We got Cody.
I mean, the St. Louis Archers is a really gross team. I know T. Carell wanted to grab Kronovi in the second round. Obviously, Kronovi is a proven player. People they talk about how washed he is. Like, oh, he was a world champ in season 1. Kronovi is still a fantastic player, and he still knows a lot about the game. He's still very involved. You know, you guys saw him. He was in combines. He was playing the showcase matches. He is still grinding the game. I think he's gross. And then Percy is Percy. You know, so I think St. Louis Archers are disgusting. I think.
I'd put them probably top A, middle A.
Yeah, I agree. So I think.
Karnovi's
Maybe.
also grinding the game. He dropped like 1K games
I'd probably
the
throw
season
that
before.
before I knew that Rochester on paper that Rochester team I would have immediately thrown an A. But if that, I mean, maybe
They
put
went
them
to 5 against the Archers that we
they
also
did
have
go
in
to
A.
5. So maybe you throw them top of B or bottom of A. On paper, that I just really, really like that. Team
I think they're right there. I think they're right there as well. Honestly, We might need
And
to move everything down a little bit later, but let's just throw down names where we like them, and we can move everything a little bit later. I think that team is really gross.
I agree.
We will continue on here.
AK's team.
AK team, and yeah, this is our boy S5 Cosmic Bryant and Nex. I don't really know what he was doing during this draft. I'm gonna be completely honest. AK, I know he got a list of all the players S5 Cosmic wanted, and I am sorry. I think this is one of the worst drafts. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I
they
know
also went to 5 against the Archers.
They did.
They
maybe
did
I don't
lose,
know
but
ball,
they went to
man. Maybe
5.
Hey, I don't know about maybe all these teams just suck, and I'm not realizing it. But the one thing I do love about this roster for AK is S5 Cosmic is back home. He was here last season. And he finds himself back on the Chicago Titans, and I think S5 Cosmic. It is not a stretch to take him where he was. I think that is a perfect place to take him, especially because you know he's reliable. You know he wants to show up. You know he enjoys the league. He was in combines for like 5 hours one day. I mean, he is a true part of the community already. It is nice to have him around. And he just gave AK a list of every player he wants drafted, and AK just drafted the quote unquote best player in S5 Cosmic Eyes where he wanted them. And that just happened to be these two players around him. If they're taking the St. Louis Archers to 5, I can't doubt them for much longer. I initially put this team at the very bottom, to be honest. But if they're having decent
I also had them
results,
very, very.
if they're having decent
low.
results against solid teams, I think I was maybe a bit too harsh. I think they can still be better. But at the end of the day, that is up to the roster, and I think they're they have a lot of good building blocks. In S5 Cosmic, of course.
They took the Archers to 5. I don't know. I personally still would take the Gear team over the S5 Cosmic team.
Yeah, I'm looking somewhere in B right now. I'm looking somewhere in B.
I was probably just gonna throw them top of B, throw them around where that Rochester team is, but just below them in B. We can't fill up A tier too much.
Yeah, I don't think they're up there.
This is just in from DJ. They took them to 5 with B-Man as a sub.
Oh. Maybe
Who's
St.
subbing
Louis
up
Archers
for?
are
In
just
place
worse
of
than we
who?
thought.
In place of who?
Yeah, that's the next question. DJ, do you know who B-Man was subbing for?
Probably Bryant, if I had to guess. Oh, in place of
Nexity?
Nexity.
Okay. I don't know Nexity. I'm gonna be honest. Like
big
I know
gap.
Bryant, I know Cosmic. I don't know Nexity.
Nexity's a great player. I think Nexity is a very good player.
Oh, that sucks, man. I don't know how to rate this team anymore, man. I just want to go off the names, but the results.
I'd still throw them in the same spot if I had to.
Man, St. Louis
rank
Archers
them.
might need to come down, going to 5 against some bums. Damn.
Wait, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? First game's on.
See now Archers surely have to go down to D.
Yeah, I might
Yeah,
actually
that's
have to move the
tough.
Archers down.
Maybe the bottom of A, man.
I was thinking the Archers go right next to Rochester, to the left of them.
Yeah, drag them down. They're falling down. Sorry, Jose.
I mean, what? They're undefeated. What are we talking about? How would they go down from being
you
undefeated?
can't argue with the results here. So
you just gotta play who's in front of you. Like, why are we moving them down?
Buddy, you're still a top 4 team. Shut up. All right.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
St. Louis Archers getting a bit greedy. They're not looking like Robin Hood. That's all I'm saying.
They're going down again.
that W mindset though, but I mean, I do think all these teams are unbelievably close. Even looking at the teams in C tier, I honestly think they have a chance of beating these teams in B, A, S even. These teams, any given day, anybody could step up. But moving forward to close out the Northwest Division, it is the Akron Kings. Busy drafted, in my opinion, probably the most on paper broken team. I think Adam fell an unbelievable distance. I do think JJ is insane, but I think Deck is a little bit underwhelming in my personal opinion.
I fully agree with you on that. I was going to say on paper this team is very, very good up until I saw Deck's name.
I still think they're insane.
I
still think
I don't rate Deck very highly whatsoever. He just wasn't really on my draft board.
I saw him in combines and he looked solid, but he didn't look like there were some names on the draft board still that I thought were better. I still think Deck, if he has these teammates, he can be better than those guys I was talking about. but it's all up to him really. And I think Adam just getting him where he was, I don't know exactly where on the draft, it was somewhere around 10 range, was just unbelievable. 10 says our producer, AK. Thank you. But
Yes.
I think Adam and JJ can carry this team. I think almost up to S. I'm not gonna lie. This team is steal the draft, honestly, for world class. I think that was unbelievable. Not even a steal. It's just he fell over and over and over and toppled his way all the way to 10. And honestly, if I had to rank players, I think Adam's in my top 5 for just skill
I agree.
wise. I don't know where in that top 5, but Adam's pretty insane. And from what I've heard of JJ, he is
JJ is very good from what I've
pretty
heard.
nuts as well. The only one I've really seen a lot of is Deck, and I just in my opinion, I think that brings it down a little bit. But once again, every player can be that guy on any given day at this rank. So, what are we thinking about putting him down?
I mean, honest to
I-
God, I think you gotta throw.
I think
It's
you can
actually
throw
different.
him.
I
I'd
think they
say
have to go
About the
high, no?
I'd
I
say
think you gotta throw him up the shred.
I'd say
I think so
split. I'd say
too.
split the shred in San
We might have
Antonio,
to start dropping teams
and then
down.
I drop Rochester down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
we'll
You drop
Um,
Rochester down, and then you drop.
you almost gotta drop the Sea Lions too.
I was gonna say
I
you
think
drop the
so,
Sea
but
Lions
Oh
as
no no
well.
no 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 no.
the thing about dropping the Sea Lions is I don't think those other two teams are on that quality. So if you drop the Sea Lions,
Yeah,
you
I
gotta drop
agree.
those other teams as
Then you
well.
have to
I
drop the
think
other
I
teams.
think you gotta drop.
Man,
I think
this is evil.
I think you
We
gotta
can
do
touch
that
base
too.
later. We can touch base
Maybe
later.
Sea Lions and Savannah. Wait, why are we dropping
Yeah.
St. Louis down?
Nah, I like that a
We'll just
lot.
leave it.
Let's keep
We'll just
dropping
leave it.
St. Louis.
We'll just
Yeah.
leave this for now. I think this is valid. I still think St. Louis are up there, so I think they're insane. Um, we'll just leave that. Rounding out, we got the Northeast, and this is we got a couple of our home teams here, do we? But first up, I
Watch out,
believe it
Flo. Watch
is
out, Flo.
the Tornado Six.
Watch
This
out,
is
I have
your
Tinker
roster
up.
has
Coach is after you.
you can hype up your team.
Oh yeah, I mean, all my guys showed up yesterday. They were willing to grind out. They took down that Baltimore team pretty handedly. And then what happened? Flo's team no showed. No call. So
Gulp.
But yeah, this is true.
massive gulp.
Alright, so,
So went
uh,
2-0.
So
All right,
has
so New
thrown up a
York
really
F
strong
tier.
argument here. His team is so much better because they showed up to a match and my team didn't. So clearly, Haz's team is much stronger. Throw those guys in S, throw mine in D. Has putting together a really strong argument for the quality of the team. I think.
I will also say I do really like my guys. They all seem to get along. And one thing about Flo's team I'll say before I want to say where to put my team is I was told by my guys that he will have an issue with Hezi showing up to games. Hezi apparently is someone where he's either on or he's just gonna ignore you and not answer you the entire day.
Yeah.
So that is something
That-
that
I mean,
New York
yes,
has to
that's
careful.
valid, but we are just doing it based off paper. Like we can't go off of that, or else
Yeah.
there's going to be a plethora of other players that we don't know about that we just. I don't think that's fair to rank them on paper. So I do understand where you're coming from. I think that might be maybe an issue further down the line. But just based off draft, I think that's both these teams are really solid.
I think
Honestly, I don't know much about any of your players, so I don't think I can
all
rank this team too fairly.
Taibu was a CRL pro back in the day. He made top 2 CRL worlds and stuff like that. And then he's kind of taken a touch back, but he's like that Kernovi style of player where he's been around the scene for so long, where he just has so much knowledge in the game. He kind of still is able to just be there. He's still 2100, 2200 in twos. And then Heps is one of those people who's been in the scene for a decent amount of time too. Started in high school, made his way up, and then Taibu as well. All my players know of each other. They've played with each other for a while, so like I think their chem is just gonna be extremely well.
I am impressed
probably
that
say
they
it
took
either
down
go-
Baltimore. I am impressed.
They took him down pretty handedly
four.
too.
In 4.
And then it should have been.
I think that other roster is very solid. So I think that does
I'd
warrant you guys a
I'd
good
either put
ranking.
them right behind your team or right in front of your team. Is where I'd put them.
We could put them down in front. It's okay. I think that team is very solid and they have results. I think that does matter. I think showing up does matter, and I think the fact that they took down a team that I actually think is pretty good, Baltimore Boxers, which we'll get
Went
to in a
0-2.
moment here. I think that team's actually pretty solid. So, continuing on. Flo, this is your team, New York Vanguards. Tell us a little bit about your roster here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, has raised a couple question marks. Is Hezzy going to show up to match day? Hey, is Hezzy going to show up to match day? I do think so, and I do think so because I know that these guys are friends. I specifically got to pick everybody T. Carell wanted. So I drafted T. Carell because he's T. Carell, and then I listened to T. Carell's ball knowledge. I'm not going to pretend that I know the world class players better than T. Carell does. So he told me to get Hezzy. I got Hezzy. He told me to get guard. I got guard. I trust him. I think this team is gross. I know Hezzy is a dog. Has this question is my biggest question mark about this team. Will Hezzy actually show up to match day? We will find out. So he did not in preseason. He was busy. He did communicate with our team. So Haz was saying that maybe Hezzy will ghost me. Hezzy did not ghost. He did communicate that. But still, we will see. We will see. But
also
T.
say
Carell's obviously gross. This team is built around T. Carell. They are friends. They play together well. So I'm excited to watch this team.
I'll also say one thing. My team, actually, they said this team was disgusting on paper and a top 2 team on paper. I'll say that's what my guys said. They said this team is a top 2 team on paper.
Yeah, I think this is one of your best teams after hearing all that. Honestly, yeah, Flo. Honestly, looking at your draft here, for world class, this was one of the rosters where I saw, and I knew guard. I knew he was insane. Getting him third was insane. Hesse as well, and T. Carell. I mean, we all knew he was going, top 3, and when he went, it was just no surprise. He is just that good, And you somehow got some steals for him as well. I think this is probably the top of A. If I had to be honest,
I'd throw him an S. I'd stick with what my guys say. I'd throw him an S is on paper.
I'm down to throw him up an S. A is getting a bit crowded. I gotta start being careful because we might start dropping down to A or B here. I'm not gonna lie, we got a little bit nervous.
No, y'all gotta move me up.
That Loki is true. You could put him ahead of us just because we didn't show up.
I mean, look at the names. Look at the names. You see Percy. You think of Percy, right? You see how he carried that Alpine roster in Season X. You see Kronovi, you think of E-League, you think of Season 1, you think of the Mountain. I think of Taibu.
How's they getting
Wait, you think of Season 1? That's Season 1. I mean, we're in Season what now? 12 billion?
We're in Season 2 of CSA, you idiots.
Yes, can we change? Like, what?
I mean, you raise a fair point. This is early CSA. Kronovi was good in early RLCS, so maybe Kronovi will return to his prime here and dominate CSA. Well, we don't know. We don't know.
I mean, he was still mid 2100 last season. Like, I don't know why we're discrediting him that much. If we just
I defended Kronovi earlier. I told how great of a player I think he was. I credit his ball knowledge. No one's attacking Kronovi. We're just making fun of you.
I think he's it is also important that he went 2-0 on the day. Took down some good teams, and they iced up in Game 5 both times. To be fair, against crippled rosters, but it's okay,
Was that Rochester team?
I mean, honestly,
no,
I think we should. I honestly just think we should switch that Denver and St. Louis just because St. Louis showed up.
I really want to back my boys. I will always die on a hill for them. I just haven't seen.
I don't think we moved Denver down though. I think Denver.
I don't think we moved Denver down yet.
That's fine. That's fine.
I think we will have to move them down.
Do what you need, as we've only got 2 more teams left on this draft board. 2 very solid teams. We got Baltimore Boxers, Patty, Taco Stash, and Jonathan. And I believe this was the roster that got taken down by the 6.
They lost both series they played.
Really?
Who they play against?
They got 3-1 by Philly, and then they got 3-1 by us.
I feel like Philly is a disgusting team as well.
Yeah, okay.
Philly is absolutely gross.
Because I really do like this team. I'm not gonna lie.
I do, but I think you just gotta throw them down in middle of BA.
I think Patty's super solid, and honest to God, Taco Stash was one of those guys I was thinking of picking up, even in the first, though. Even though he was a bit further down, Taco Stash.
In my personal opinion, I think you split Atlanta and Chicago, and you throw Baltimore right between them.
That's surprising. I mean, they lost 2 games, so they
Result-
definitely got to go down.
Results speak.
Yeah,
Results
I
speak.
Yeah, they
mean,
definitely got to go down.
They
I
you would
mean,
have to
two
put them at
East-
like C tier, bro. They're 0-2. I don't know.
They played against
Yeah,
two
I would
solid
agree.
teams. They're playing against two solid teams. I think they need to prove themselves now.
yeah, I'd put them down in C, probably underneath the C Lions.
Because
I
going
still-
into next week, they play Rochester and they play
Man,
Rochester
I
and
still feel
Atlanta.
like we're sleeping on that San Diego team, but I'll just leave it at that. I think that Snaz, Real, and Shocks are so solid. But I think we just put Baltimore right by them. Whoa, we put them all the way up there? Really? Do you guys think that? Do you guys think that?
I
That's
thought we
where
were
I
saying
had 'em.
C tier.
That's where
I
I
thought
had
so
'em.
too. I think C tier is a perfect home for them, to be honest.
Agree.
I think 0-2 is like maybe if they went to 5, but they lost in
Yeah,
4.
0-2, no game 5s.
Yeah, and has
And
you
Kitty
said
doesn't have ball knowledge.
Yeah, but
so.
I wouldn't say they're bottom 4
I
though.
don't think that's
Like,
true.
on paper, this is like a top 8 team.
I think they're definitely very solid, but they're unproven. I don't think
They
I don't
are
think I can.
unproven.
I don't. Now that they've been owned, I know it's preseason. I know no one really is trying that hard for no points, but I think going 0-2 and losing in 4 both times
Like
does at least say something.
in my opinion, I'd swap Baltimore and I'd just put the Phantoms down there. I'd just
Me too,
swap
I
those
was
two
thinking.
teams, throw them at bottom of B.
Kazi, Og, and
Because
Waves. I can get behind that.
Because we're gonna see if Baltimore can hang, because both the teams we have in B tier, they're gonna next week this week they play both Atlanta and Rochester,
Okay.
so they can prove themselves to jump up.
Yeah.
I think this is a gross team on paper. Like, this team
I think
should be good.
I think we should redo this list after Major 1. By the way,
I agree.
Yeah,
we should do
yeah.
that.
Because there'd also be a lot of trains and stuff after Major 1 anyway.
Yeah, there would
All
be.
right, last roster for War Class, and we got to maybe pick up our pace here because that took about an hour to get through. To be fair, we talked about LAN as well, but
We did.
Gyro,
Again.
Higby, and Fade.
Throw them in top of A.
It's really good, yeah.
Top
It's
A.
just Gyro.
Top
You know,
A.
you can't go wrong with Gyro.
Top A,
you know what I mean?
top of A, move Denver down is where I'm at.
I can probably get behind that.
That's where I'm at.
Even though it's
Yeah.
my own roster and I want to like actually kill you, but it's okay.
I mean, you guys. I think you guys are take over saying in chat.
We're unproven.
You guys are unproven for one, but I think you guys are a wildcard team. Like, you guys are either going to be disgusting, or you guys are just gonna have like, it's gonna be kind of weird.
The shred will end up on top. Just you wait, like we always do.
Yeah.
You know.
Hold on, Zams.
You know.
Let me tell you a little something. So Denver Shred, right? Presumably about skiing, maybe snowboarding. What do you do when you ski and snowboard, Zams? Do you go from the bottom of the mountain to the top? I don't think so. You go from the top, you go down. Denver Shred are falling all the way to D tier. They're gonna be the worst team in the league.
The thing is at the end of the trail, once you shred all the way down to the bottom, you know what you do? You get back on that lift and you go all the way back up to the top. Buddy,
Ooh,
there's
cold.
always a way to the top with the Denver Shred. Just like
Okay.
last season, we ended on top. What else do I got to do to prove that we are going to end up on top?
Yeah,
You're
but
right.
But you're talking about a whole different tier here.
You're
We're
right.
not talking about
And
world class no more.
Also, listen, we lift ourselves up and we shred everyone down. That's all I'm saying. I am tired of hearing all this.
Yeah,
It's
but
okay. You can put us there for now, but just you wait. We're going to be cruising to the top in no time. All
you know what-
good.
you know what
Take
the
a screenshot of this list.
You know what the archers do? They shoot their arrow and then it just falls. Nothing more, just falls.
Yeah, that was worse.
They're going to be trying to hit
Yeah,
their
but
target.
you can say all that, but we're still 2-0. I don't know where we're moving us down. Like, we could not. We just played who was in front of us and we still won. I don't see why we're discrediting that.
The sixth, they always start from the bottom, but now we're here.
What are you
I'm
saying?
sorry.
No. Has started
from the
cooking less and
bottom,
less
we're
and
here.
less. What's going on here?
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Swap the Toronto 6 and Archers for me. After that,
Okay.
that was just embarrassing.
Yes.
Let's
No,
take a
bro.
screenshot of our list. Let's put
No,
the
you
Archers
gotta.
back.
Hey,
Drake.
put the archers up.
back
We're
to
2-0.
A.
What?
I don't think you move it. Just put them in A. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you beat 2 teams in your tier. You got to be better than them. You got to go up.
Yes.
In my opinion. I'm pretty happy with this. Obviously, I'm going to like annihilate you because you put my team
Flo,
in
stop
V
aura
tier.
farming.
But yeah, it's
We're
time.
posting for,
it's
we're
time-
posting for the screenshot. We're posting for the screenshot.
You didn't need to pose for it for 2 minutes.
Yes, I did.
Good.
I just pointed to the Canadian flag. Chat.
Good,
Oh,
good
you put that back up?
screenshot. Good screenshot. But we're
Sound?
not anywhere near over.
No, we're not
You know,
anywhere near over. We
got
might
a
be here
lot more
till
to go. We got to
1
start
a.m.
picking up the pace a little bit. We're gonna try doing 30 minutes of tier list. It should be fine. Hopefully.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
let's
Let's get
let's move.
going. San Diego Sea Lions for Premier. Gavalanche, Mercy and Gray. I am sorry. I don't rate this
It's-
team that highly, unfortunately. I think Gav just went way too high.
I
Love
think
my boy Gav, but I think that was a little bit of a
you gotta
sell.
you gotta throw this team immediately in D, like immediately.
Yeah, did they play? I wonder if they played. Let me take one.
I don't believe they did. I don't believe they did.
I
To
love
be
this
fair,
roster
I don't
too.
think anybody in Premier played.
They did
I'm
not.
gonna
They
be
did
I
not
honest.
think
play.
yeah, that has everyone in Premier
No,
forfeit.
they did play. They did play. They rescheduled their match against San Antonio, and they got swept.
GG.
Yikes.
That San
Just put
Antonio
them down in
and,
D
and
for
the,
now.
Antonio.
the San Antonio team is Juro, Monster, and Volt Destroyer.
We'll just slap those
Volt
bad
Destroyer's
boys.
gross, to be fair, but yeah.
Juro's
We can
gross
just slap
though.
those bad boys in D.
Oh no!
Yeah, they're really.
We'll
S,
throw those boys down in D. Oh hell no!
SD gotta stay in D. The D stands for D. What are we laughing about?
Hey, Zom
Oh
just died.
hell no! What did you just say to me? They
What are we
lost
la-
3-0 to who? Oh hell!
San
no.
Antonio.
San Antonio.
All right, we're gonna continue on here.
What happened?
All good. We got the Tijuana Toros. They show pretty
Something
nice.
really funny happened. I think Hasna must have missed it.
I must have said
We're
We're about
something.
to hear. We're about to hear after the San Antonio. after
around
the
here,
Tijuana
you know,
Toros.
Tijuana Toros though, they forfeited one game and then they actually played against my team and it went to 5. Denver Shred did end up on top. I do know some context in that series. Apparently they were down 1-2. I think they were playing Ghosty and then they swapped out with Cruncho and they just kind of destroyed. I think this team is, I don't know. They're kind of in the middle in my opinion. I think this is probably around a B tier, maybe a C tier team even. What are you guys' input on this team?
I mean, I really like Surreal.
I agree.
Really?
I really like Surreal. Yeah. Surreal's a
Okay,
great
fair
player.
enough.
Stroh's a great player. Kato's a great player. I'm not the biggest fan of Sonder. Never really been. I think Sean should play over Sonder, but
I think Sean is
Yeah.
playing. I believe. I think Sean is. K-Mac and Sean are just good friends. I think they wanted to play with each other.
I
going
can
into
get
this, so-
behind throwing them in D. I'd even be down to put them in C.
I
But,
think.
yeah,
we
I
leave
think-
them
think, I think
here.
if you're dropping games to Ghosty, that's like.
I mean,
No,
that's
no.
kinda
I know
true.
they went 1-2 to
Right.
Ghosty. I think Dank and.
You're still dropping a
Tixby,
game
I
to
believe.
Ghosty though.
That's
And
true.
like, look, you guys know how much I love Ghosty. I mean,
Yeah.
that's my boy since day one. But,
AK,
yeah,
change the bottom text to
not
say.
Greatest draft
Prem.
pick of all time. Yeah, Prem, please. Anyways, continuing on, a good friend takeover, San Antonio Stallions. Yeah, this roster is all
I think
right.
I think this roster's cold.
I think this
I think
roster
it's
is
cold.
all right.
I think it's
I'd
cold.
probably, man, I don't know if I'd put him in A or B.
I'd throw him
Probably
right in A.
low
Right.
A.
I'd put him right in A.
Okay, we can put him in A.
Yeah, we can throw them in A. We'll figure out where in A they go later. There is
I
no
think
top or
Juro's
bottom of A
super
right now.
cold. I think Volt is obviously solid and Monster is solid. I just honestly, it kind of I want to compare it to the Denver Shred of world class. I think they're very, very solid players. I think they can do crazy things, but it's just I think it's a hit or miss team. I really do. I think they're solid though. I definitely think they're solid. I think we could throw them probably in the. I think it's going to be towards the bottom of A team. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. This is my boy takeover. But I think we can slap him down in A.
Good comments from Eli.
Let me tell you about the Denver Shred.
All right, buddy.
Let's hear it, Zums. Let's hear it, Zums.
Dank fell way too far. That's all I'm
I,
gonna say.
I, I
Dank,
fully
That
agree. With
I
you on
agree
that.
with. Yes.
Dank fell unbelievably far. I saw him fall. I was like, I mean, if he falls, I'm just gonna take him. You know, like why would I not take him? He is a world class player. I mean, to be fair, I think a lot of these players are world class players. Cruncho and Kixby are just so unbelievably solid in my opinion. Cruncho just never makes mistakes. He's unbelievably solid. Kixby, he's the goat on the ball. He is so mechanical.
Yeah.
He's very solid. He just knows how to play threes. I this is probably in my opinion on paper probably the best team I made. This team out of any of my teams, I am like I see this team on paper. This is like I genuinely I think this is probably the best team I made.
Yeah, we were
I
looking
cannot
at
wait to see
Kixby
them
as
play.
well.
Yeah.
Kixby is so gross.
Yeah. There's
Anyways,
not a weak link on your roster. That's disgusting. I think it at least A. At least A.
let's know about Ghosty though. I mean, Ghosty was also on that roster, so
Ghosty Loki through your roster. So the your premier tier as a whole is like C at best. But if you look at just that starting 3 lineup, I think you can go A or S for sure.
he has officially been. If you look at the roster, he
Oh, he's
has
cut.
officially been dropped.
Okay.
So,
All right. All right. All right.
um,
Cool. A or S it is then. You
I
guys
have done
can
I have done all my drops already in my cuts. So, you can.
I gotta get on that.
Yeah.
I also need to get on that.
Yeah. Honestly though, this roster, I am very excited to see them play throughout the season. I wish I could have seen that game of theirs. I think they might have played on stream actually. I'm not entirely sure. I gotta go back and watch that because apparently, from what I heard from Kixby, once Cruncho got on the field, everything became easy. He said, it became light work or whatever. I could pull up the
I believe
message,
that.
but I am very excited.
I think they're gonna be
Looking
very,
forward.
very, very, very good.
I'm excited. I'm so excited for them. New Orleans Nightmares. What do we think? Man,
I mean, Thule is disgusting. Like that
Thule
dude
is
shouldn't have fell.
probably the best player in the tier.
Oh, by far, without a doubt, that
Probably.
dude is
He's
the best
definitely top
player.
3 without question. I want to say he's the best because Thule's a dog. You know, Thule
is a dog.
genuinely insane. Now the rest of the roster is questionable.
Nikoi, no, just no.
Yeah, I don't know about the rest of the roster.
Yeah.
I do think Sita's solid. I had a couple of folks tell me on my world class team, and then a couple of folks on my premier team as well tell me when I
Yes.
was picking up people that Sita is gross. He plays a game.
Yes, that's side effects is basically just a threes main. He's good for he's like properly sound, but like third round, he's good for a third round. That's about it.
You say he's
Yeah.
properly sound, but he was sound projected to go third round world class, and he got him third round premier. If is a properly sound player, this is an S tier team. I mean, they got Thule, but I
don't. Nikoi is just brings that team down so far.
I agree. I think this team.
Nikoi is so bad.
Yeah, I have not heard great things about him.
He's so bad.
Thule is so nasty.
Thule, I think Thule brings this team top of B. I think is right now where you're gonna put him. You just gotta throw him in B for now. Just because
Not
it,
for sure.
just
I'm not
just
gonna
know.
I'm not gonna disagree. Just 'cause I don't know.
I
Nikoi
can't
too
throw.
much,
I
and
won't
don't
throw him
know
an A.
Cheetah.
I can't throw him an A because like I don't know. I just take that Jera Voltage team over.
I just know Thule. I just know Thule, and I just know Thule diffs everybody. I would probably
And
take them.
I
over
just
San
don't like
Antonio, but that's just
Nikoi.
me.
Nikoi is just so bad. Like I'd play Kramer 6 like Nikoi.
Okay.
Oh, I hate Nikoi. He's just
All
such a bad player.
I mean, I don't know anything about him. So I'm not
Hey,
gonna
we
speak
getting
bad on
personal,
him.
damn.
No,
Yeah,
I mean, no. Like I
Hey,
don't hate him
keep
as a
going,
person.
bro. Keep going.
Yeah, he's just going after him.
I don't hate him as a
Speak your
person.
truth,
Boy, I
brother,
heard
speak
he's a
your
bitch.
truth.
Speak your
he,
shit.
he complained. He complained nonstop. He complained nonstop to get his Sal.
All right. Atlanta
up.
Aces, Condra. What did he cook up here, man? I think he dropped his first rounder, if I believe. I'm pretty sure he got Cajinator, second rounder, I believe, before.
No, he drafted Cajinator like the last pick of first round.
Oh, was he the back to back?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I remember him. I thought he was the second pick, but if he's the back to back, that makes sense. Cajinator, North, and Kylie. I know Cajinator and North are disgusting. Don't know anything about Kylie. So, do they have results? Let me take a peek.
Yeah, Kylie, I know nothing about.
Let me see if they played here.
They dropped Tox, so they dropped their fourth round.
And
Double forfeit.
Yeah, double forfeit for them. So they don't really care about preseason at all, which I guess is up to you. It doesn't really matter too much. So I don't think I'd hurt them too much based off that. I think this is a pretty middle of the road roster right now.
I agree with you on that
Um,
fully.
I want to believe in them. Cajinator, I love my boy. He was in season 1 going to be my first pick. And then I got, anyways, that's a tangent. But I do rate this roster a lot, just because Cage, and he's also CSA season 1 world class champion.
He
So
is.
he's got that swagger on him. I think just slump him out right there in top of B, and we can move him around later if we need. I know North is a dog too. Honestly, I thought he was the first rounder. He's insane. Um, but moving onward, we got ourselves the Savannah Phantoms now. Let me take a look at this full roster here, man. Unlovable Cat and Fish. I've heard some things. Have you guys heard some things?
I haven't heard
I
much.
have heard some things about Unlovable. I have.
I've heard nightmare stories about Unlovable.
I also have heard
Um,
nightmare stories about
The thing
Unlovable.
is, I really like Fish though. I don't know too much about
Fish,
Cat or
Fish.
Unlovable.
Cat, that his
Fish was a cool
cat
guy.
or Super Cat. He's a gross player. He's really really good. He's been ranked B for whoever knows how long. But like, people always say like if you get Cat on your team, you win. He's just one of those players who's gonna bring consistency to the table. And then Fish is kind of that like. I don't know. I've known Fish for a while. I've played in lots of high school tournaments with Fish. Fish is my boy, and that dude's like a wild card type of player. Like he's really really mechy, and he's just I don't know.
He was a fun guy to talk to, and I
He's a
saw
fun
him
guy to
comments.
talk to.
He seemed really good.
He's even in homies
Would
now.
you
He's
put
even
this
there.
guy in A or B? Or
Uh,
even lower? Where would you
I
put him?
would.
Where are you feeling, Has?
Just because of
Uh,
the nightmare
I,
stories, he has to go lower. No.
I'd probably throw him
I would
top of
agree,
C.
but
Top of C. I'd
he
probably
could
throw him.
maybe if he's playing well and he's just disgusting. Because I've heard he's really good.
I have heard he's really good, but
And if they're playing well, I think we got to go off that.
yeah, probably split those two teams.
Yeah, middle of B, I like.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because it is like 'cause we don't even know if it's Fish or Aqua they're gonna go with. They could just go with Aqua instead of Fish. Like
I think that's close. I think either way.
they're dropping
They
Aqua.
could just yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's close either way. Moving on, Miami Makos. Luigi has put together Sniz, Drift, Saint, and Nezzy. What are we feeling here?
I think this is just a gross team, just based off who you got in round 1 and 2. Sniz is disgusting. Saint, or like he was known as Geo last season, was on top 2 team in world class last season, being the the Grand Forks.
Yep, I think this team's up in A for me.
I
Agree.
probably put them top at A if anything.
Wait, who's Geo now? What's his new name?
Saint.
I did not know that. I'm not gonna lie. I knew Saint. I saw Saint playing. I think maybe a combine or something. I don't remember.
That
I
is
just remember
Geo.
people, maybe people saying he was good. All I knew is that he was a dog. I did not know he was Geo until after the draft. And
I'd probably put him middle at A, top at A.
Yeah, he's definitely very solid. I'd probably put him in somewhere in A there. Just drop him down there. That team is pretty gross.
I think that team is in the contender with yours.
Rochester Renegades, they got the first overall pick, and they picked Milk. And honestly, I think Milk is also a top 3 player.
They did play, I think.
Milk is insane.
They beat Akron in 5.
Okay.
Which Akron's coming up soon. So.
Did they? I think they had a forfeit over Akron.
No, they beat Akron in 5.
Okay, note says. Oh wait. Oh, I'm looking at. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So they forfeited, so they got that win, and then they got a forfeit win against St. Louis Archers, I believe.
Yeah.
This team's. I don't know. This team's really hit or miss.
I don't know, man.
Milk's really good. I think Milk is really, really good, but I'm still just not a big fan of how Night Fang's been the last little bit. Fusion Bleach is a great player, and then Goose is a 4th is great.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, but he's like a non-effect, right? He just doesn't.
I'd probably put this
matter.
at top of B. This is probably a top of B team for me.
I actually like this roster, man. I think Milk is just so good, man. We could do that. I think it's kind of similar to the kind of like similar to the Thule situation where I think they have a best player in the tier, and then I think the rest of the team kind of is like whatever. The thing about Power, I think he drafted a lot of people he knew. like Nightfang and Fusion, like from MCS, and yes, they are very solid. Yes, they are fantastic, but I think there's just better players in that area that we might not know too much about right now, but they are insane, and I think we will see more of them. I still think going with what you know is a safe bet, but Milk, that's definitely a top player right there. So I don't think that's a bad spot to put him at
Yeah.
all. Moving forward, St. Louis Archers, our boy Jose, he built a pretty solid freaking roster. I'm not gonna lie. Pyros, Fisher, and JP.
I mean, they didn't have Fisher, and they did just get swept by Chicago. But
No, they got reverse swept, but we didn't have Fisher.
it's the sheet says you got swept.
AK said reverse swept. I wasn't watching the games. Yeah, AK confirmed it's a reverse sweep. They just didn't mark it down right, I guess.
So Pyros, Fisher, but no Fisher, so it was JP and Riptide. Still took
I
who to
think-
5?
Chicago.
Chicago,
Okay.
the team right under them.
Well,
So
also rate a lot. Man, I think Pyros is insane. I
Pyros is a great player.
think
Yep.
Fisher is also insane, and missing him on your roster and still taking this team. Oh man,
I
would
really rate this team. I think it was really good.
I don't know much about JP, but I just who. Okay, I don't know. I don't want to leak your cut or whatever, but for JP and Riptide, so I'm not going to push. Actually, I won't even ask.
Yeah, I have no clue. They're very disorganized, but I know this team is insane. And once they lock in,
They're
it's gonna be a great
disorganized, is
team.
what I heard. So we're going to put them down in D tier.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
I
then
like
we're
that
gonna
a
make
lot.
it from rags to riches.
All right, so no, genuinely though, I think this team is very solid. I think it would be criminal if they honestly went anywhere outside of A or B.
I agree. I'd
I
probably
think
throw
the-
them bottom of A for now.
I think this is one of your best teams, to be honest. I think this team I could see towards the top of A. Honestly, I think this team's kind of if Fisher's there. Fisher is gross, genuinely
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
Can we just
For a
move? Can we
second
just
rounder?
can we just move Dom's team up to S?
No.
I don't know.
That's so real.
Can I look at
That's
this
so
team again?
real.
We can't give him that.
I would,
so
bro. That
right.
his
But
team, that team,
honestly, like
that
Dang,
team is
Clench
so.
over
but,
his
but I
team
can't,
right
I can't
now?
argue. I can't argue
We're
against
on
the team. We can
top,
only argue
baby.
against them. So yeah, put that.
No,
in S.
It's just
to
A
be
was
fair-
A was getting really full, and I think honestly we might be getting ready to move that San Antonio team down here
we'll keep it going. for now.
with the next team coming up.
We put down the St. Louis Archers. Now we're looking at the Chicago Titans. Hexy, B-Man, and there's Wreck and Hawk. I don't know Wreck at all, but I know Hawk. I know Hawk.
You can't throw. I don't think you can throw this team anywhere outside of A.
Okay, what is
I
the
saw Hexy a little
situation?
Okay, wait,
in that
hold on.
in that skirmish.
What's the
earlier, but-
situation with B-Man? Because like people said he wasn't playing, and then he drafted him, and obviously he is playing. So what is going on with him? Do we know?
AK.
Okay, this might be awkward silence for the stream right now, but what's up?
He said he wasn't playing, and then he changed his mind basically.
Yeah. Okay. So chat, AK, the GM of the
So
Chicago
he
Titans,
scammed the draft. We heard it here
just
first.
scammed the draft. So okay, yeah. I mean, you got to throw this guy pretty high. Then.
Basically, a lot of people said B-Man basically said he's probably not playing. And then during the draft, they reached out to him and said, "Hey, do you want to get picked up?" And he was like, "Sure." So it's just fair game at that point.
AK
he
is
reached out to someone.
AK is a lying GM. That's what that means.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think this roster is
It's-
solid. Hexy is one of those. I was honest to God considering him, and I had it one of the top picks in the draft. Did end up taking Dank that fell, but Hexy was that guy I was looking at if Dank did not fall. Hexy's a dog. B-Man's a dog. I don't know about Rec, but Hawk, their 4th rounder, is also a dog. I can't see this team being outside. Honestly, I think this might be top of A, if not S.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
honestly,
guys
I
think
think
this
you can
isn't-
throw
hold
it
on.
S also.
I
If you
think
guys
it's
think this
with
was
St.
an
Louis.
A-tier team, and we just took them to 5 without our second rounder, what does that say about us?
You're also
You're top of A.
so
You're
what are
the
you
number
talking
2
about?
team
You're
on the list
literally
right now.
Yes,
second
we
right
should be
now.
higher than no.
No.
Higher
Hello?
than them.
Higher than 1? I don't know.
Higher than Chicago at least. If we didn't have our second
Okay.
runner, took them to 5.
I get that. Let's put them right behind them.
No, I'm not talking to you right now, AK.
We will put them under the St. Louis Archers for Jose's sake because that is valid. That is a valid point. that you took him to 5 without Fisher.
I don't know, bro. I just I really like that Miami team. I really like that Miami team.
Sniz, Saints, and Nezzy. I mean, yeah, they're solid. I'm
Yeah,
not
they're
saying
good.
they're not
I really
solid.
just don't think they're as good as the other three teams we have in the top right now.
I don't know. I think it's a toss up between that Chicago and
We're obviously biased because I mean we have 3 of our teams here on the top right there. I mean we are
Well,
definitely a little bit
I mean,
biased.
we got ball. I don't know if it's bias or if it's ball knowledge.
I do think
I
that
mean, yeah,
may
we
carry
all
the
saw
team
that
for that Miami
podcast,
team.
bro. That was terrible.
No, don't push Chicago back up. We'll push Chicago under Miami. How about that? Put that. I know this is gonna hurt you, AK. I'm sorry. You can. Okay. I do rate that team a lot. But we have to. That's a good catch to be honest. Miami is really cold. Akron Kings, Garcia, Harley Quinn, and Saucy. Did they actually play? Is this one of the only Akron Kings team that played?
I believe so. And they beat someone in
Who they
5.
lost?
They lost to Rochester in 5.
Oh yeah, they got reverse swept by Chicago.
Okay.
And
Oh yeah, they got reverse swept by Chicago.
Okay, so they won in 5 against Chicago.
So they went 1-1 on the day. They lost to Rochester, who we previously put in B.
and then they played
This
your
is a pretty
team.
middle of the road
They
team.
played your team today, AK.
And they beat an A team and lost to a B team. Something, to be fair, it's not I beat you, so I'm gonna beat everyone else. It is kind of, I don't want to say it's rock, paper,
That's
scissors,
why
but
that's why I'm saying. Okay.
I would put
Put
him
them
in B.
behind.
I just think Garcia's an insane player. I think they should be like A at least.
Do we know
I-
any context with the
I mean-
rosters or anything that we're playing?
AK, was it your full roster? Okay.
It was against for us, sure. Okay.
Can we throw them in front of Chicago and move San Antonio down? How do we think of that?
I mean,
Man,
I
Thing
don't know.
is-
They did lose to Rochester, so I feel
And
like
I was
between
also-
those two teams.
Garcia didn't play against Rochester.
JB just said
Garcia did not play against-
didn't
oh, okay,
play,
okay,
and they
okay.
took him to 5.
oh,
Gotta
Alright,
throw 'em
that
up
is-
there.
alright, then you
San
gotta throw 'em
Antonio
right.
down.
So maybe we
shout
move
out-
Rochester down while we're at it. No.
Move San Antonio down.
Shout
No,
out
we'll leave it there.
JB for that ball knowledge. Thank
That's
you.
good. That's a good shout. Yeah, without Garcia, that roster is very crippled. I do think Juju is unbelievable. I had him on the Denver Shred last season. I think, in fact, I'm not entirely sure who is the third on that roster. I know Juju has a good name in that hat, though.
Juju or Saucy, one of the two.
Yeah, I know Juju. He has his name in that hat for sure. He is a very solid player. It's not like they're just taking the top 3 no matter what. Saucy, I think, has to work for that roster spot. Anyways, looking at the Toronto Six, this is has. We got Kipper, we got AV, we got Yonder, we got Ha Ha Boo.
Yeah. I mean, this team, they did go 2-0. I want to say. Yeah, they went. They went 2-0. So they 3-1 Flo's team and then 3-0'd Baltimore.
Let's see. Where do we have not placed those two teams?
What happened?
We've not placed those two teams, but Flo's team is pretty good and Baltimore's team is eh.
I think that Baltimore team. Wait, sorry, I was gonna Superstar. That Baltimore team is a bottom team, and I'm sorry, Flo. I think this is your worst team.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, Anchor is Massimo from last season.
Yeah. I don't rate that Baltimore team at all. And we're kind of doing all these last ones at the same time because they played each other. I think Comet Pizza and Massimo. I love my boy Pizza. You know I do. I
Yeah.
just think he got overdrafted, man. I'm sorry.
If I had
I
to
think that's a C team. Man.
if I had to place my team, with no biases whatsoever, I'd put them top of B. Is where I'd throw them.
Yeah.
No
I
biases
completely
because
agree.
Yonder is getting dropped. We're not playing with Yonder. So the roster will be Kipper, AV, ha boo.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, I started. Shut up.
we can put
Shut
the
your
top
mouth.
of B for now. Do we like that Stallions team more? Hold on, let me take a peek.
I
Jiro, Voltstory, Monster. Do you like your roster more or them?
I personally do. I think Kipper is so good. Like Kipper is that dude has been around the scene forever.
I
and then
do think those two rosters are very close. I will say.
I would throw my
we
team over him just because we have the results. I think over San
Sure.
Antonio.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's
Sure.
do that. Throw them over them in B tier right there, just because results Should matter a little bit. Looking at we placed Baltimore already. Flow, New York Vanguard's here. I love my boy Mogi. I love my boy Slayer. I think those two are very solid.
Yeah, we had Slayer on
Not a
here.
big fan of Dami or whatever his name is. Saw him
Yo,
play a little bit.
Ghostie's talking shit about you in
Oh,
That's
CSA chat
fine.
right now.
yeah, we
That's
can
fine.
just deal with it later. It doesn't matter.
That is completely fine. I endorse it. He can talk all he wants. Enjoy free agency, you idiot. Okay, my bad. My bad. That guy was a terrorist. Anyways, continuing on. New York
Someone,
Vanguard.
someone get a clip on that. Someone get
They
a clip.
lost. I will say they lost 2-6.
We
Do
did.
I think they're comparable to? I think they're probably comparable to that Savannah team. Unlovable Cat and Fish. I think Mogi, Dami, and Slayer. I'm just not a big fan of Dami. Obviously, Mogi's Mogi, Slayer. Slayer is a very. You definitely reached down for him, but I don't think it was a reach. If that makes sense. I think he
Yeah,
had.
I agree.
He's the goat. He's the goat. We had him on here.
I thought about reaching, and I was talking about this a little bit before. Slayer has played in some unbelievable lobbies, and he has shown up in them. I know Slayer can be a dog. Obviously, he's got such insane ball knowledge. I mean, we had him on. He is the former coach of Secret. He coached Godfidence in the LCQs. Like, this is a player with a lot of knowledge. This is a player that can improve a team. Dami was definitely my risk. I did pick him because of Slayer's advice. I was talking with Mogi and Slayer at the same time. Mogi was kind of like, I don't really know anybody in this range. Pick whoever Slayer says is good. I trust his knowledge. And Slayer recommended me Domi. His peak in twos and I think threes as well is much higher than his Sal was. I had the recommendation from Slayer, so I picked him up. I still don't know a lot about him. He is definitely a bit of kind of a trolley player. He will show up to game days. We will have full rosters almost every week. Um, I believe in this team a lot. I don't think they're where they will be at the end of the season right now. So I'm curious to see how they do after Major One.
I don't know. Having Domi and Mogi on the same roster it's just like throwing like I don't know. It's just a full brain rot roster, which could
It
be kind of
is
weird.
it is a little evil, especially to put Slayer in the
Slayer,
middle
yeah.
of like the like I don't know the Riss or Mace roster. You know, is I guess is comparable, but yeah, we'll see. So it is definitely a brain rot roster, putting Mogi and Domi on the same roster. I do think this roster has a very high ceiling. I know they can be good. They're not quite there yet.
Are we doing just like rankings right now or over the course of the season? Because I agree with Flo.
Right
I think
now.
just Slayer being there is
I'd
gonna
put him
be
right now.
now.
okay. I think that's fun, but I also predict him to go really high. I know Slayer's a really good coach. I mean, we did interview him; he has great results, and I agree with Flo. I think that roster is gonna go get really good at the as the season progresses, especially if Slayer starts coaching them.
And yeah, I mean I like Topacy. I think it's fair.
I'd put him top of C. They're better than that Comet Pizza anchor team, and
100%.
definitely that Taurus team.
Also worth noting that Slayer almost certainly will be coaching that team. I mean, he's very invested. He's my
Oh,
captain.
I'm sorry.
This
zoned out for a
okay.
second.
I think this team is disgusting.
I think they're good.
If they show up, this next team,
Harry, Leonis, and Rome. This is probably the most mechanical team in the entire tier.
but they
That does
also have
not
a
mean
guy.
they're going to be the
They also
best.
have
But I
Rome
do
though. Like
think
Rome doesn't let you score. That dude's just defensively disgusting.
I
Like
think
that is
this
the
team
one
is
dude that I will glaze. I wanted him so badly, and he just didn't fall to me. He was the player I wanted so bad.
I think Jay has some very good picks here. Yeah, I think Jay and Juan did a very good job drafting this roster, and honestly, there are also some familiar names from season one. Some very consistent, scary characters from season one. I don't know why I said characters, players. These guys are crazy, and I would not be surprised to see them towards the top of 8, even maybe S tier. These guys
Yeah,
are
I rate this
holy.
team a lot too. Rome's disgusting, and Perry's also
I'd prefer that
disgusting.
team in S with you. I would.
I agree.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Like no questions. I'd throw an
I
S with
th-
you.
I, yeah, I
keep
think
you
I think it's
above them.
below the shred, personally, but I do
And
think they're an
then
S tier team.
while we're here, can we just move down New Orleans and Savannah?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
And then move the boxers also down. Boxers do not need to be there.
agree.
All right.
Even maybe the
Sorry, I was
Toro.
responding in
I
general
think we're
chat
okay.
to our goat.
Oh, the king,
Um,
the king himself. By the way, he
No,
could make
yeah,
any
no,
team in world class better if he
Who
replaced any
is this
player.
guy DMing? Anyways, I'm getting a little off track here. This is a fantastic list. Holy, Devershred actually made the top of one of these things. I guess we are a little bit biased, but
Congratulations.
Not
buddy.
really. We were trying to be
we
as
are
unbiased
definitely a little bit biased, but I will still take it. I'll just pose for this so we have a screenshot for CSA. Oh,
What's Jose hit, bro?
bro.
Yeah, I'm cold.
All right. Also, it's good to note that these rosters probably won't stay. A lot of these
No.
rosters won't stay the same for long. We already know a lot of changes are going to happen. The free agent pool is already opened up, and changes are being made constantly. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Superstar.
excited to see what. I think having a quote unquote bad team, it just gives you opportunity to grow and rebuild another team. I don't think it's a big deal at all.
For sure.
I would be. I don't know. It just means you get to pick up players and find the steal of the draft that didn't sign up. And we all know how our teams that get formed mid-season perform. Like they always do well. I mean, just look at
The
MCS.
world class.
Right,
The
Aginator.
Bro,
world
look
class.
at last season
The
World
world class
Class.
chip.
I mean, my goodness, they had only one surviving member of that original roster that went on to win. But we have found our way over to Superstar, and this is where things I think truly become. I think we know a lot more of these players a lot closer to heart. And I think we're gonna have a lot more strong opinions about these rosters. Let's start off with San Diego Sea Lions with Trash, Barry, and Olvi, and Puggins.
I low-key rate this team. I think all those top 3 players are really good. I would be surprised if they're not at least 8 tier. I don't know.
I'm actually the opposite of you. I don't rate this team whatsoever.
I
Trash
think
Barry
this
and
is
Olvi?
a.
Yeah,
I,
no.
I love
No.
Trash. I really wanted Trash. I love Barry. I think he's a very solid player. He's proved it last season that he's a very, very solid player. Olvi, I think, was a little bit overdrafted. Still love my boy.
Yeah, and
Love my boy Olvi.
Puggis is already dropped. That guy
I think he was
left. That
a
guy
little bit
rage quit the league.
oversold. I think he was a little bit overdrafted. I think this
I mean,
team is very solid.
that might be
I
true,
think
but I still think his 2 teammates are really good.
I agree. I
I
agree.
agree.
I think they're gonna be a middle of the road team.
I
don't know
also
about that.
agree.
Solid. I think they're super solid. I think Trash and Barry are good enough. The problem is there are some just really good.
They are
teams,
some
man.
gross
It's
teams,
hard
man.
to. I don't want to get too crazy. I would be fine with putting them A, maybe B.
Oh, actually, thinking of the other teams, B might be right. Like
I'd
top of
put
B.
them right
I like
B.
B.
I think I'm leaning towards B, but if you feel really strongly about this roster, I'm willing to see it out.
I don't.
No, I just
whatsoever.
remembered the other teams. I think top of B is good.
Yeah, I think there are some really. I'm not gonna lie. This tier has some really good teams, and this tier has some stinkers, man. I'm not gonna lie. This tier has some bad teams, but
One of them is coming up
get
right
to 'em.
next. One of the
We
stinkers
will
is
get
coming up right
some.
next.
We got Tawana Toros, T, Feed,
Oh my.
Avalance, and Cynthia. I don't really know too much about these guys. I know T and Feed a little bit. What do y'all feel about this?
C tier. That's all I got. C tier.
Okay. I know we're gonna start getting to the teams that have a little bit more results. We have a little bit more to go off of. This tier
Have these?
actually probably had the most forfeits of
They
any
did have
tier.
the most
My bad.
forfeits.
I lied.
They got
Once-
swept by San Antonio, and they got a forfeit
Right.
win. They got a forfeit win against you. The only thing we have is them getting swept.
W Mans, good.
There
A win's a
were-
win.
There were 4 matches that were played across all of Superstar last week, so it was
Superstar,
a
there
little
is-
awful.
Once we get to professional had a lot of games played, and novice and academy. So once we get to those, we'll have a lot more to go off of. The upper tiers just did not care, man. Superstar, where are we? We got to show out more. But yeah, I think that's a C tier. I mean,
Yeah, I put him
We'll just
C
throw 'em
tier
down
for now.
there.
We'll probably move him down if I had to guess, but
we'll throw
C
them
tier
there. We'll
fine
throw
for
them
now.
there.
A team that's the polar opposite, in my opinion, is Danger, Risser, and Frenchy.
Yeah, San Antonio Stallions. We got that
I
with
really like
the
this team,
eight-man
other than
peak.
Frenchie. I've never been a big Frenchie guy, but I know Takeover is a massive Frenchie guy. He was their keeper pick. But I think just having a duo of Danger and Risser is disgusting. Like, Risser is so good, and Danger is also disgusting. Like, I think this team can't go below A tier.
Yeah,
Like,
very truly.
even S tier.
Genuinely, Risser's only drawback is that he's like maybe the king of brain rot across
Oh
all
yeah.
tiers. But that guy is a dog. I have teamed with him before. I have seen him. He is gross.
Mm.
Yeah, I am not comfortable putting them S tier. I do think A is where
Agreed.
they should be. I'm kind of like you has where Danger and Risser are unbelievable. Frenchie is
I've never been a
solid,
Frenchie guy.
but I don't think he was the best available option. I know him and Takeover, I believe, are good friends, and I
No,
think
no.
he believes in Frenchie.
Frenchie was their keeper pick.
Yeah, so they're good friends. He's a keeper.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So you're obviously gonna build around Frenchie, but I just think Frenchie sometimes he can be a weak link, but I do think he has it in him to be like these other third rounders. So I don't think it's a complete throw pick.
Mm.
I will be interested to see how they perform. Closing out Southwest, we got the Denver Shred. This was a bit of an interesting draft.
I
for
think
me.
this is probably one of your most weak teams.
I have building blocks. That's all I'm gonna say. Wait,
I
did they play? I think they
All right,
played
Tony.
actually.
They did not play.
I think they played one. Hold on.
Did they play one? They 3 0'd San Diego.
No,
That
they
was a
3
Oh, that was a forfeit.
forfeit.
They were both forfeits.
We got one forfeit and we forfeit. All right. I thought we played for some reason.
So,
oh no, my boys were yeah, that's right. Hawk might have been out of town. Or Stewie, one of the one
I
or the other were out of town.
what I would do right now is I'd put you in C and put the Torsos in D. That's what I would do.
You can do what you want. I believe in the boys.
That's what I would
have heard
do.
good things. I've heard good things. I'm not gonna.
I'm just not.
you know,
I'm not too big
I
on
agree.
Hawk. I like Stewie. I like Rage. I'm not too big on Hawk.
I agree. I don't really know Hawk, but I think Stewie and Rage are really good players.
Hawk is
Agreed.
just a very, very solid player from what I've heard. I think he's
So
What
who's
you
like
heard.
who's your Mechie player on that team?
from Stewie and Rage. I don't think there is a Mechie player. I think these are just three extremely solid players. They just don't make mistakes. It's kind of like I'm trying to think of a roster. Big Randy, Bob the Huge Man, and Uncle Stan season whatever of MCS. That roster.
Oh, what a
they,
roster,
they,
dude!
They almost. Dude, they made the run, dude. I swear, this is kind of like that roster where all three players are unbelievably solid. They don't make mistakes. They can play the ball, and you might sleep on them now, but this team will.
I'm just not a
they're
fan
gonna do great
with
things.
how the Rocket League meta is moving into more mechs and kind of like that.
It's the top league.
Yeah,
but
I mean, this is
that's-
superstar. This isn't world class. Like, I don't think you can
But also,
really make that argument
it,
here.
It also
The
does still have.
meta, buddy.
And honestly, I don't know if the meta is moving to mechanical brilliance as much as it's moving to demo plays and misdirection.
I agree.
I mean, you
It's
see
not
like
left of it.
Carmine Core. Nothing makes me more mad than watching Carmine Core, but I think we can all agree that they're one of the best teams in the world,
They are
if
the
not
best in
the
the
best
world.
team in the world. Okay, so they're the best team in the world. Do you know what Carmine Core does every damn play, and it pisses me off? It's first man, boom, air dribble, and then he leaves the ball. He goes for a fucking bump, and then the guy behind him shoots it. Every play, every damn play. It's an iteration of that play.
But
So
then you look at the Esports World Cup and they were just freestyling on everyone.
yeah, okay, they're all mechanical, but I think meta is shifting demo and misdirection more so than it is to mechanical brilliance.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot harder to outplay whole teams with a mechie player now.
Yeah, Void said, yeah, it's a mixture of mechs, but also
Void is spitting in chat.
Yeah.
Void is spitting.
WW.
But yeah, no, I like
New
where we're at
Orleans
right now.
Nightmares, Nitro. Who is this full roster? I'm on stage.
Nitro, Soj, and Void is
Void.
their roster.
Welcome in, Void.
I will say this.
I don't know.
I was
much about
talking to
this roster.
Nitro. I was potentially gonna pick up Nitro. These are the two players who Nitro said, "Pit me with these guys. I want to play with these guys, and I'll win." So these are the two guys Nitro wanted, and he's very, very, very confident with playing with them. Nitro was on my board. I think Nitro is disgusting. I'm not too big of a fan of Soj, and if this is the Void from last season, Void is very, very good. So I think this team has good potential. I think they're gonna be a little bit of like I think like a top 6 to top 5 team-ish. But I don't think they're gonna break into that top 4 range. So I think they will be good, but I don't think they're gonna be good enough to like win.
Gotcha.
I mean, he did say he was winning.
I think they
If he got those
rescheduled one of
players.
the other games. One of them has at least not been reported, so I don't know if that is being forfeited or rescheduled or what. So at least they're trying to show up, and it looks like they were the ones that got the forfeit. So they are at least one of the few teams that were actually there. So W them for
Mhm.
preseason.
But I think off a
Um,
roster, I think you throw them up there with San Diego.
Sure, throw them up
I-
there. Throw
yeah.
them up there.
I don't think you
I-
can put them on the same level as Danger and Risser yet, but we'll move around.
I'm not gonna
Sure.
lie, I don't know any of these players. I don't really have an opinion.
All right,
I mean, the
Atlanta Aces.
the next 3 players have an opinion, Jose.
All right,
Oh.
Atlanta Aces. I know Crew just basketball is obviously Wesley.
Yep, and
Keurig-
Keurig is Met.
So we got Met, Wesley, and Hams.
And Hams
What
was the
goes good with water?
Hams.
Curtis
It's
McBasket.
Hams.
All right.
Kurgis with
All right.
basketball. Maybe the most brain rot name I've ever seen, but Wesley is definitely very solid. I think.
Yeah,
going
and
here-
Hams was their keeper pick.
Hmm.
So their
think
fourth
this
was
is very
just getting
solid.
dropped.
This team's pretty solid.
I agree.
I agree.
I'm not too big on Met, but I do know Wesley can take over when he needs to. And Hams is that safety third. I think they will be.
I think Met's pretty good.
I think they're going to be like like that team we just spoke with, like the New Orleans team, where they're going to be that top 8 to 6 range. They're going to be kind of one of those gatekeeper teams. And if you want to beat me, if you beat me, you'll be good. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. Throw them down.
I'm-
Wherever y'all
I
think.
looked down. I looked down one team and I started laughing.
So where would you put him
top
down? Or
top of B. Top of B.
top of B. Trying to pull up the Twitch chat right now. I don't have that. Yeah, Savannah Phantoms. I'm sorry, Joshua Nooki. That was probably the worst pick in the
Bottom
entire
of
draft.
bottom. Make a F tier for them.
Yeah, it's just
I-
it's
no,
not looking good,
no,
bro.
no, we can't
The
do
thing
that.
I actually even without a first rounder, I think Peach, Oibu, and Sean K are actually still good enough to be like a solid team. Genuinely,
I think they'll be that 12 to 10.
I
range.
really like Oibu. If I had
I
a
agree. I
different
agree
pick
so
in
much.
a
I
agree
different
with that.
world, if I love my boy Rage, of course I'm going Rage. If I did not have Rage, Oibu, I would have traded my picks around to figure out what I could do and get Oibu in the third round. Oibu is so cold. Peach and Sean K, I mean, they literally are your teammates from last season.
They were my
They have
teammates.
synergy. They were a top 3 team in my opinion last season in the tier, and I think they have. I think that goes far, but I don't think it'll take them all the way.
I don't know. Joshua
this is
Naoki.
probably a-
Joshua Naoki just takes that team.
They don't have a
down.
first rounder. It's okay. It's okay. I still think they're solid. I honestly still think this is like a C tier team. I don't think they're all the way down the bottom. I think it's.
I'd
I gotta
put
be
them
honest. I think
behind
they're
you.
pretty solid.
I'd put them behind you, but like I don't know. I think they're worse than the Tijuana team. Yeah, they're worse than.
What'd you
They're,
just say?
they're worse. I don't know how to pronounce their fucking team.
2-1.
Tijuana, is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm not
GG,
Spanish.
bro.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not Spanish. Like that's
that's very far away from him, guys. Gotta
that's a
be
s-
nice.
that's a city. That's a
All
city
right,
in
looking
that's a city in Mexico. Like
forward.
what?
Miami Makos. Let's see here. Yikes! I don't know. This team. I am all over the
Miami?
place for this team. Fluffy, Luck, and Ashes. Or
Fluffy Luke and
um,
Ashes.
Gulp.
Yeah.
I don't really rate this team, I ain't gonna lie.
I
I
don't rate the team either.
Ashes.
Don't
I like
either.
Ashes a lot.
I like
but-
Ashes too, but he's also their third round, and I don't rate Fluffy or Luke that high.
I think
also have-
Fluffy and Luke is not that good of a duo. I would put this team. Whoa, why are we putting that Joshua Naoki team over Denver?
I genuinely think Peach, Oibu, and Sean K are pretty solid still. I think they should be in there somewhere. I think even without Joshua, they're still pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd probably
I-
put this team ahead of Peach's team. but in C tier still.
Yeah. I'd probably
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, I like that.
They're. I mean, I like my team more than that team, but all good.
If JBay's still here in the chat, do you know
Yeah.
who the Rochester team is dropping? I don't know if JBay's still
All right,
here. He was
doesn't
here
matter.
earlier.
We'll just keep it going. We'll just keep it going. Rochester Renegades, Gatman, Xe, Greensleeves, and T. Is that
So
who
they're
is
dropping
T?
T.
Okay. I am a bit mixed about this. Once again, I feel like we're drafting players that we knew from previous leagues. I love my boy Gatman.
Yep.
He was on my good list, but that was a bit too high in my opinion. Same with the Greensleeves. I think Greensleeves is pretty middle of the road. XD I think is pretty solid though. I think this team is. I'm not a big fan. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't know how
I'm
you.
not either. I'm not either.
Yeah,
I don't rate
Uh,
him that much either.
I think there's a lot of just stinky teams in this tier.
there are a lot of
I
stinky teams in this tier. I
yeah,
won't lie.
there are some stinky teams, but the thing is, I definitely think they can
I
do
think
well.
Xe is gross. Like Xe is really good value for 1890.
Agreed.
He's
But
got a
like,
building block. I think he's got a building block.
I'd probably put this team top of C.
I would not, but hey, listen.
I wouldn't
Me
either.
disrespecting the Denver Shred like this, and oh, I swear to you, I will come find you. I don't care if you're in Canada. Hey, I don't care. Man, you're making me mad. But listen, do what you got to do. If everyone here comes to a consensus that they're better, do your thing.
I don't think so.
Busy.
Thank you.
That is
Thank
literally a
you.
language
Thank
I
you.
don't learn. Why would I know Spanish when I don't? I've never
Yo,
learned.
can we like stop
Bro.
talking about that and move on?
All right, that's true. That is true. We're trying to move past that. Please, please, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Continuing on, we got the St. Louis Archers. All right, Jose.
I'm not gonna lie. I read this team so much. I think
I
Force
like-
is so good.
I like
think
this
S
team.
tier team.
Yeah, I think it's just S tier. I think Whitlock is so good. And Oatmeal Gobbler, I know Busy doesn't rate him, but I think the guy's insane. He can't really carry a
I'm
team,
not gonna lie.
but I think he's an insane third man for this roster.
One of the biggest reasons I did not take forward is because I heard he wanted to do a friend team. It was going to be his team, like we have to build around him. And I heard he was a package deal with Talo. And I rate Talo a lot, but not good enough to be my second rounder because I already got Rage in my third tier. So I was like, there's no way I'm taking fours. But the fact fours fell that far, got Whitlock, and honestly, 4AM's not that. 4AM, is, according to Whitlock, is a demon. From what I saw from him in combines, he was all right. Like he was not all that. But I guess if you give him Forrest and Whitlock and you put him up against some of these other teams, they start going crazy. I would rate this team S tier. Honestly, this is probably Jose's best team.
This is generally my best team. I don't think 4AM can
Agree.
carry a team, but I think he's an insane third man, and he makes playing the game insanely easy. His comms are really good, and he's really organized on the pitch.
You just have three very solid players. It's going to be
I
hard
agree.
to beat this team.
Yep.
Even the next team, I think, is also
And they have results.
extremely good.
I think they went 6-1. I don't know if they got a forfeit, but I know they definitely beat one of the teams that they play. I think
My
that's one of the
roster
teams
did
they
not
beat.
play.
Oh, I thought they said that's one of the teams that did play. I thought he told me that. Hold
No,
on.
they forfeited. Those who know about Whitlock.
Are we serious? Did I just get lied to the other day?
I never talked to you about this team.
No, not you, Whitlock. I was like, how'd your?
Oh, are you talking
I-
about scrims? I don't remember.
First
Oh, it's
Whitlock
probably
last, and then
scrims.
he
It's,
nuts
it's probably
next.
it might have been scrims. It might have been scrims. Okay. Anyways, we will continue onward. With AK's team.
I think this
anyone have-
team A tier immediately. I think this team's a grinding team. This
Guard
team's
dog
really,
as well. That
this team's
value.
very
for that
very
spot,
good.
Very solid. I would put him
Yeah.
up to A
Top
tier.
A immediately.
Try to compare him. Dangerous or Frenchie, probably better than that roster.
I agree.
Yeah. That
Okay,
I don't think much
that's
needs
like
to be
that.
said
That one's it was an easy.
there. Akron Kings, Phoenix.
I think this is
Busy.
another A tier team.
If they're playing, yeah, but this seems very solid.
People like are dissing on Phoenix, like thinking Phoenix is gonna be bad, but Phoenix is so good. Even with
excited to
the
see them
hours,
play.
it's pretty thin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is in A tier. Probably I think I like AK's team more. I'm a little bit biased, I guess.
I agree with you, Zums. I think,
It's close though.
yeah, I think you can put him middle of A right now.
Okay, let's do middle of A.
Adding on to the St. Louis point, Whitlock said they beat Jay's team 7-1 in scrims.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't rate that team that highly, but yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. That's the last team we will rank. Talk about the last team we rank. We got 4 more teams. Look at the Toronto 6 here. This is your roster has.
Yeah.
I've heard some mixed things from you and other rosters. What are
Yeah, I mean,
your opinions?
I definitely think Robo's a great player. He's obviously not a threes player. He's a ones player. He's very, very mechky. From what Robo told me was Pixeler is a lock. He's not moving. But right now it's between LS and Blur who's getting dropped. So we haven't really fully decided it yet. But I do think this team has potential to be good. I think they kind of just need to unlock it with time. But as of right now, I'd probably throw them bottom of B. If where I'd put them, middle to bottom of B.
Okay,
Is where I'd throw
throw
'em.
them down there. New York Vanguards, Flow, Rin, Wicked, and Pink. I don't really know Pink and Wicked. I really rate Wicked. I don't know Rin too much. Give me the breakdown here.
Yeah. This is a very, very interesting team. The trouble is that in my utopian world, where Pink and I don't have a miscommunication during the draft, where I know Rin's personality a little bit better, this team genuinely could be S tier. First off, I teamed with Pink in MCS. He is a monster. He is so good, and the fact that he fell that far to me was insane. I was messaging him during the draft. He was like, "Hey, I think this guy's trying to pick me up," and I took that as this is the GM I'm competing with. Apparently, what that meant was, no, Flo, don't pick me up. I'm trying to team with my friends. I want a friend team. I don't want to be on your team. So I am being forced to drop Pink, and Wicked has asked to be released to free agency as well. Wicked is a dog, and Rin is a gross player. He's also a bit of a gross person. And unfortunately, that makes it very, very difficult to build around it. No, it's not Pink as Cat to Rage32 in the chat. So this is a very, this just isn't the team that you're going to see in a week or so. You know, this team is going to get blown up, unfortunately.
Just throw them
I
down the
wish
bottom.
this team, was great, but unfortunately, it does have to go the bottom team because it's getting
That is
blown up very instantly.
that's really frustrating. There's nothing more
It is a little sad.
frustrating as a GM when you make a roster and it just explodes and you're trying to hold it together and sometimes you just gotta let it go. That is unfortunate. But the good thing is there are a lot of pieces to pick up and rebuild. So I'm not
Yes.
worried, and you'll do fine. You know,
I'm not
it's
worried.
better to
We
find
will
this out
figure it out.
now than
Yes.
after Major 2. So you know.
Yeah, absolutely. So so I am excited. I'm a little sad I can't keep Pink because I love that guy. And I'm also a little bit sad that Rin's going to be tricky to build around because that guy is a gross player. Spooky, I like a lot also. Obviously, you can see on the sheet, there's a pretty big MMR gap between Pink and Spooky. I think I think Spooky is undersold. I got asked to pick him up, and I sent him a DM. I said, "Hey, look, I'm thinking of picking you up. It's a pretty upsetting pick as far as Sal goes, as far as expectations go. Why should I pick you up?" And I had him convince me, and he was convincing. So I picked him up.
Odd.
So I am excited to see Spooky. I think that you will see him playing in a couple of superstar matches coming up, at least. But yeah, we'll see what's in store for the future. We'll see what's in store for the future of this team. But the present of this team is very, very bleak. So I think bottom of the list is appropriate.
All right, that is fair enough. Baltimore Boxers, likewise, Miller and Swish. Rest in peace, the boys. Love my boy Swish. He just got way overdrafted, in my opinion. In fact, I would not be surprised to see Nutmeg being played over.
That is from my intel that I have. That is what is probably happening. My team did play this team. We lost in a game 5 overtime to this team, which is unfortunate. But the team in that time when we lost was likewise Miller and Nutmeg. And from what Nutmeg told me is they're looking to go forward with Nutmeg instead of Swish. So seeing Swish's
plop them down in middle of B.
Seeing Swish's Sal get that inflated for no reason was kind of sad to see because I really wanted to team with Swish. So it is sad to see.
One thing I will say about Nutmeg, Grayson and I, Grayson, of course, my teammate and professional, we've been running a lot of twos together. We ran into Divine OG in ranked, and Divine said that he beat Nutmeg. So
Was he
I'm just
playing
saying.
with or without
Put him down to
Pixlr?
D. Put him down to D.
All I'm saying is that Nutmeg did lose to Divine in ranked, and that is a very, very big deal, as we all know. So
Was
I think
Divine
just
playing with or without Pixlr?
I have no idea.
I think just
I don't know.
automatically you have to put this team ahead of mine just because they beat them.
I would
Yeah, I
say
think
like
that's
right
fair.
there somewhere in
I was trolling, by the way. Just so you know.
there. Yeah, I'd put them down somewhere in there. Can we put them down? Baltimore Boxers, just right ahead of the 6, right ahead of them. Fantastic. Philadelphia Phoenix. We got Slacks. We got Tricky. We got Jay. Love my boy Jay. This was the MVP in my opinion last season. I think he actually ended up getting that MVP on last season for Superstar, but times have changed, man. Now he slipped in. Honestly, had to bump himself up to even play. Same thing what I did with Rage. To third round. So I think Jay is an absolute steal. I honestly think he is better than a lot of these players. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I think Jay will just by being there will make this.
And I
roster
mean,
so
he did. Slacks was a player that he wanted. Slacks is his really good friend. They have a lot of chem together, and I think Tricky is that like middle ground, kind of just let them
So
cook
solid at threes.
type of player. I think this team's going to just be A tier. Like I think this team's going to be good.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let me look at the teams who we have ahead of them. I think they will be better than that They will be better than that San Antonio team, for sure.
I think they're close with this. I think they're probably worse than the Akron team.
I would say they're about even with the Akron team, so
I
I'd
think
put
they're
them just
even.
behind the Akron team in front of San Antonio. Is where I'd slot them. Oh,
Even then.
true.
Oh.
But like we have Whitlock's team at S tier though.
Yeah, and Whitlock is a scrim demon, so like it
He
doesn't
is.
really
I'm not gonna
count.
lie. Even then, I would put them here. Even if they got 7-1 in scrims, I still think this team is actually good. I just
agree.
think right now Superstar is got it. They kind of got some stinkers.
They
Also,
do.
it might be
Yes.
7-1, but was every game like a blowout? It's hard for me to tell.
No, we
I
don't
can
know.
look up the ball chasing group. I think
I
we
would-
have it.
that-
No, we
that
don't
would-
have it. It stopped working.
That's unfortunate. So it's hard to tell if every game was like a complete blowout, not even close. And maybe it's a different story. Maybe
I
it's
mean,
a
I was
different-
watching like half of the scrims. There was definitely some blowouts. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, maybe we do drop them down then.
I don't know.
On paper, really rate this team.
On paper, we're still just going strictly off paper. Scrim isn't technically a result yet, so I'd still just put them ahead of that Danger Risser team. I think on paper they're still really good.
But that is good to know. And if we're going off not just paper, but also some results here and there, I think that is at least something
they-
to know.
Did they play in Superstar?
We can take a peek.
They
had the option to play, I'm sure they
did
would've.
not, from what it looks like.
There's just nobody really played. It's just hard. All right, we'll just slap them down there. Maybe we'll just leave them there. I also just think that other team is that good, and we will take our screenshot and keep going.
I agree.
Thumbs and I both
What?
hit the thumbs down.
Why'd you guys both hit the thumbs down?
Bro, I'm
Why?
bottom of the tier. How am I not supposed to thumbs down that?
I mean, you put yourself.
You put
Yeah,
yourself there.
I deserve to be there, but it's still a bad thing. Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I have to be a little bit sad, but it's okay. We are still cooking.
Trust the process,
Oh.
folks.
Well, what do we have next up? Professional.
Oh, we got the ball chasing group.
We got the ball chasing group. All right. Well, just read it. Just read it out loud while we talk about professional.
Okay, so first game, St. Louis won 4-0. Second game, they lost 2-0. Third game, they won 4-3. Fourth, they won 5-3. Fifth, they won 4-2. Sixth, they won 6-2. Seventh, they won 4-0. And eighth, they won 4-0.
That was a lot of numbers, I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty dominant scrim.
Yeah.
But again, we had that. We all unanimously agreed to put that St. Louis team next year.
Yeah, they were swapping rosters. Two of those games, Eholt did play, but
Okay.
But they weren't the big blowouts. They weren't the big blowouts. Like Eholt, he lost 5-3 and 4-0, but the rest of the games he didn't play. So they did lose 6-2 without Eholt.
It's whatever. I don't know. I still think I wouldn't go back on my picks. But yeah, Zoms, I don't know if you're ready. We're good for professional.
Sure. Of course. Let us dive straight into professional. Right back to the top. And I said before Superstar's probably where we start getting to home. I think this is home now. I think
This is
from
the,
here
we're
onward,
This
home.
is that we're home. We're home.
we are going to start getting a little bit more passionate about some of these teams.
Especially
But starting
between
off
two
the
of us on
bat,
the desk.
Yeah, I
this
don't know
is
about that.
Blue Squad, Talo, Blisk, and Jimmy. This is
Jimmy's my goat.
Talo.
I love Jimmy.
Yeah,
Jimmy's
Talo
so
is
funny.
Again, AK.
and Pops as well. I know
Well,
Talo is super solid. I know he's a very capable player, of course. And he can play up in lobbies. I don't know how long he's going to stay on this roster, but I'm not
Mhm.
going to hold that against him. I have a hard time it's always hard putting down the first team, I feel
yeah.
like you is that a little bit of a disadvantage as far as
I
it goes
think
when
this
we're putting
team's
teams
gonna
down?
be a top of B team. I think this will be like a top 7-ish, top 6 team. I
I
think
agree with that.
top of B is good for
There are
now.
some really solid teams, some really stinky teams as
I
well.
agree.
So we
I
will
think a stinky
continue
team
on.
coming up is coming up again right now.
Okay. Yeah. Professional. What is this? Fate, Marco, and Zim. We can actually start looking at some results. So let's actually look at San Diego. I think
The
San
top
Diego
of
might have
B.
played. Let me take a peek here.
San Diego
San
3
Diego,
0
they 3-0'd me,
and
so
then
I'm not.
lost in game
Let's
5
know.
to take over.
Lost to game 5. So honestly, they don't have terrible results.
I'd still say top of B. Top 6 team is fair.
Yeah. I actually do like the team that they lost to, that takeover team. I think they've actually proven some people wrong, and me included. So we'll see. As we place down the rest of these squads. Yeah, we'll throw them down there for now.
This next
Continuing on,
team double forfeited, and on paper they're not very good.
not just that. Yeah, well, T1 Toros. I don't know much about these guys here, but they're here. They're hanging out. I think we throw these guys probably down in like a C. If I'm
I'd even
honest.
put them D. Like I think this is probably
Yeah.
the second or worst team in this tier. The worst tier team is coming up somewhat soon.
Cool. All right.
It's not your team, Dom. Don't worry.
Continuing on. Honestly, question mark, question mark, question mark. Anyways, continuing on.
Takeover. I think he took a shot on Lando, and I think he fucking swished it. Like that was Lando.
Lando's disgusting.
Lando's disgusting. I think this team's an A-tier team. Like I wouldn't put this team any lower.
I agree.
I have a hard time putting them that high.
I don't.
Let me take a peek. I mean,
They beat that team and they beat the San Diego team in
they also
5.
they beat Tijuana in. Wait, no, they beat Tijuana in 4. The team they just put in C tier.
Did they play
and
Tijuana?
then they beat.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
They 3-0'd Tijuana. It was forfeit.
I'm looking at Novice right now. Oh my goodness, my bad. That is all on me.
I'd
3-2
say this
to
is
San
this
Diego.
is an A-tier team.
This was a close game with San Diego.
They
Yeah, we
beat
can
San
throw 'em
Diego
close.
with a 3rd and 5th rounder.
Gold.
That is.
Takeover. What did San Diego have? Was it a full roster? We're waiting on the takeover answer. Yeah, it was their full roster. So
Alright.
yeah,
We might need to put that other team in the depths. Then I'm not gonna lie.
That is true. That team may have to get absolutely slammed, but
they might need to get
That
slammed.
team might need to go down to the depths. We'll put Takeover probably an A, and we might need
yeah.
to drop Ewu.
Taylor was really good. Yeah, I agree.
This is tough. That's a tough look. I'm not gonna lie.
Next up,
Embarrassing.
you're Denver Shred. You're Denver
This was a
Shred.
squad I was really excited to build with this team. Darko is the guy I really wanted. I did not realize going into it was a package deal with my boys Chip and Nels. I'm not disappointed with those picks because I mean once again, a lot of these players are similar in skill, and if Darko wants to team with them, I'm going to let them team. but
Mhm.
this is probably my least confident. The team I'm least confident in, just because the only person I really knew well was Darko. I saw that guy in a few days of combines. He was insane. But he just really wanted to play with people that he's played in different leagues with. Chip and Nels were two players that he knew really well, and I just picked Mason. I'm the one that
Mhm.
drafted Mason. So, and also there was Nerfbot initially, but rest in peace, my boy. I don't know where we put this. I mean, they lost to you guys, I think, or who did they lose to?
They lost to Takeover.
It was yeah. I mean, I mean, I guess that's a respectable team to lose to, but 3-0, pretty disappointing. Yeah, 3-0
They?
here, and
Yeah.
then
No,
we
no,
got a
no.
forfeit win
Sorry.
against
They
T1.
lost to the team that we have in C tier right now. They lost to San Diego.
Yeah, so that's even more
Oof.
embarrassing.
I'd
Chat.
probably you just gotta kind of throw them at the bottom.
Well,
Yeah, as far
Rest
as
in
I
peace,
was,
the boys.
As far as
I
I'm
do
uh,
concerned.
think I still think Darko is a dog. We will see though.
The next team coming up. Oh boy, do I have to talk about this team. whatever,
Continue
whatever.
Alright,
with
let's hear it.
fun.
The New
Just start-
Orleans Nightmares. This is the worst team in professional, without hesitation. The worst team in professional. The worst.
Yo.
the worst clearly. All right.
Yes, like we we dropped a single game when we scrummed them for about hour 10, hour 15. And we scrimmed them with every single possible lineup of our roster, and we lost a singular game. This was included with our roster being our third, fourth, and fifth rounder, and we still beat them. And they were playing with their top 3 players the entire time. So, this team is just so bad.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of sounding like New York right now, like New York
Oh,
professional at the
don't
moment.
you know?
No, Flo, this team is worse than yours by a mile.
All right, and chat.
I have played both these
Haas
teams.
has played both rosters pretty
I
extensively.
have
So.
played both rosters.
That is a
This-
W. Listen, we take those. We
This
absolutely
professional
take
team
those.
genuinely couldn't hit the ball. Like, it
All
was
right,
so bad.
moving on. Kandra, I think he has built a pretty
I think
disgusting team
this
here.
team is
Wash,
gross.
Thermal, and Sam. Apparently one of these guys is just a sleeper. That does not play much. I don't know if it was Wash or Sam, but Thermal was like super scared at the start because he was like, "Dude, this guy has not played since like season whatever." And apparently in like 1 week he got back up to SSL. So
What?
I'd probably put this team in S tier.
I would put the best here. From
This
what
was the
Thermal
guy
was,
I was talking to.
from what Thermal was telling me was, Thermal said that he's literally just been 1v3 in teams at some points, and it's just free. So
Yeah,
if
and
we're
Thermal has been looking like a dog.
if we're
lately,
if we're getting
too.
Prime Season 9 Thermal back, it might be over.
Don't you mean
Yeah,
season
that was-
9 Eli?
No, Season 9 Thermal.
All right.
I believe. I'm sorry, I mistakenly remembered this team for another team. This is the team that was 6-1 on the day, I believe. Yeah, they're 6-1. This was I said it earlier for Whitlock. I was talking to Thermal, not Whitlock. Yeah, they were killing it. They destroyed Miami and they destroyed the Boxers, which we have up next. The Boxers.
No,
Opinions.
we have
no, we
Oh,
don't.
sorry, we do
we
not have
have
the Boxers up
We
next.
got
I'm sorry.
we got the Phantoms.
Nope.
this Phantoms team. I'm not too high on. I think Rule is a fantastic player, but the other 4 are kind of just
This roster is just like they're here.
they're just zums. Hi. That's about it.
Yeah, hi. I'd probably put them down with C tier. I'm not gonna lie. We
I'd
don't
put
have a
them
B
bottom,
tier team
bottom,
yet.
bottom of
agree,
C. No,
How do we
actually,
not
no,
have a
no,
team in B yet?
I don't know. I think
Your
we gotta
team
move
in
that San
B?
Diego team up to B. San
I
Diego
don't-
needs to be.
I think that's saying it. I mean, to be fair, I don't even know at this point. That roster, this whole, there are just some bad teams. Man.
Takeover
There are
Studies
just some-
scrimmed them, and they're not bad. So
Okay. In that case,
throw
we'll
them
move
in
to
B.
B.
Then
We'll throw them in B.
listen.
Okay.
Takeover does have pretty good ball knowledge. We'll put them
Alright,
in B.
take over.
Well,
Welcome.
I think it's also it's not just ball knowledge. It's if you have literally played against them. I think that also. I think that just
I have
counts
never
more for, like,
played this team, so
I have only seen really Rule and
And then
Fighter.
yeah,
But
I haven't played San Diego either. I would also just we probably just gotta move them to B. We need to get some people in B. I don't think that San Diego team is on the same level as Fate, Marco, and Zim.
surely you got to put me in C tier now, because I mean, we took that team to 3.
Yeah,
We
you
took that
probably
team to 3. He was wincing for that one. That was I don't know if you guys saw the Zom scam. he was ready for that.
Oh my.
All
That
right.
was pretty good.
All right. Continuing on. Who do we got now? We just put down. So we're on to Miami Makos now. Oh boy, I've heard nothing but this team is trying to make some trades. That's all I know. And if you are trying to trade literally your entire roster, that means the entire roster has to be pretty garbage. I love my boy Lemons. I think Lemons is a player that you can build around. I would love Lemons. Lemons, start looking at me. Hey, hi Lemons.
Hi.
I would love to figure something out. But if you're trying to trade away the entire roster, that means something is wrong.
Yeah, I'd probably put them in CRD.
Put them in the very bottom. Yeah. Rochester Renegades, Slain,
Zekers,
Solar,
Nate is
and
terrible.
Bob the Huge Man.
What's the team?
Wow. Slain,
Slain.
Solar, and Bob the Huge Man. Have they played? Let me take a peek at the games.
Oh, yeah, we
I don't
got-
even like. I don't even just like. Just looking at this team, I don't like this team.
Yeah,
They
I don't
beat
love that.
St. Louis
Hold on.
Archers in 5. Then they reverse
me
swept,
speak.
if I believe.
We got
And they got a
reverse swept.
forfeit win over
We're playing with our
Akron.
first, third, and fifth round.
They're 2-0.
They are 2
I know
Their,
one's a
their
forfeit,
first
and
one
one's
was a
reverse swept.
forfeit, and one was okay.
I think that
How did-
counts for something.
How did they beat y'all, Jose?
They reverse swept us, but we were playing with our fifth round instead of our second round.
Okay,
Gotcha.
that also speaks. Who's your
Does
fifth
speak.
round?
Metros.
Oh, yeah, no, Metros is terrible. So that does speak.
I don't know.
I'd still
I
just
think
throw
they're
them in. They're kind of mid tier. Like
Sure.
it's every team that Clash is on is usually kind of mid tier.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry, Clash.
I love
he
Clash.
does. Clash
But
has
he
does
got
not
top
speak for the
4
has
last season on the
has does
Denver
not
Shred. Top
Okay.
4 last season on the Denver
Sorry,
Shred. Are we
Bob the
serious?
Huge Man.
has
Sorry,
does not
Bob the
speak for
Huge
the
Man.
podcast.
Bob the Huge
Rob
Man
the Huge
also.
Man, who took down Rochester Rhythm at LAN.
Gulp.
Bob
Those
is.
who know.
I don't know. Why does
Pissing me
okay.
off.
Okay.
All right, we got fans in chat now. Oh, GG.
We do
Yikes.
got fans in chat.
Hey, me too,
Genuinely
me too.
making me mad.
I don't know. I think this team is
No,
just
I'm
mid.
just Rage is overcoming me. Rage mentioned. We gotta duke it out. Duke mentioned. Let's just keep
Ah,
going.
that's enough of that. Let's move on. Next
Yeah.
team.
Alright.
Next team.
Cole,
St.
Karma,
Louis
Layla. This I think
Archers.
this team's gross.
Yes,
I
right.
think
That
I think my
team
team's
is
disgusting, yeah.
dare I say S? I
Has
think
go
so.
join the Kitty
think
Meow
they
Meow
are so
podcast.
great.
You fit perfectly.
I have something else to mention is that we swept Chicago with Metros, Layler, and Cole.
The Chicago team is good. I've scrimmed them.
No, look.
But why
I did
is
not know
okay,
who was in their field.
I don't want to leak anything, but is someone leaving that roster?
Potentially. Potentially.
Oh, don't make me mad.
Potentially.
If someone leaves that roster, whoever I'm trading with, I'm gonna scalp them down from the
You beat
from
me in
top
RL, but
all the
one
way down.
I just throw them up in S tier for now. It sounds like you got the results to back it up, and people are saying you guys are solid. So we'll just throw, or maybe in A tier, somewhere up there. We got more teams in S tier than A tier. This is getting ridiculous, guys. Throw them on top of A. Top of A. Chicago Titans. DJ's horrible, so this team probably just barely scrapes out the bottom of D tier. But
I would put this I do like this team. This team's
yeah, this team's solid.
this team we played them in scrims. They rage baited the hell out of my second rounder. And it was
Like it.
funny.
Peak. I don't really know too much about scrim results, but I do know they are at least playing a bit, which
They
is
are.
solid. Rest in peace, my boy T Jack. You know, he's just
Kinda there.
he got sniped.
Yeah.
He wanted to drop further and further and further, but it was just never gonna happen, unfortunately.
Mhm.
But I still think their roster is very, very
Yeah,
solid.
user is a silly little guy.
Where do
It's
we
very
put them?
silly, yeah. Bottom A. I think it's a good roster.
Okay.
Oh man.
I like this roster. They're good. You can
Trying to look at
I would never.
other. I'm trying to compare DJ to these other second rounders on these
You,
teams, and I think for the most part, I would be taking DJ. I think DJ is a very
the
solid
only second rounder
rounder.
I'd take over him is J Sisk. It's the only second rounder I'd take over him. Yeah, exactly.
Gulp.
Actually no. Wait, no.
Yeah.
I'd take Zekers over DJ actually.
Zekers is horrible. I saw him lose to DJ in ranked, so
Uh,
so then we taking Zekers over DJ, but
I would
Zekers
take
it was
Zekers over
Zekers
DJ.
and Jay,
I
and they
would-
lost to DJ, and Jay's in a
well,
tier
hold on,
above, and they lost to DJ. So
I have to talk about Zekers, but I also have to wait to talk about Zekers until I talk about my team. So that'll come later.
okay,
Oh,
we can-
Zekers
yeah,
is pissed off in the chat. That's okay though. We keep moving.
all good.
No, I'm
Let him
excited.
mold.
Who is
No one
Najib
cares.
Jack? Who is this guy? I
Let's
don't know
put
who
this.
is.
Let's put this team down first. Are we thinking A? Are we thinking B? It sounded like somewhere in there. What do we really? Think?
I still want
Low
them
A?
in A.
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
think
probably
it's gotta be low
fair.
A.
Low
They've
A.
had good results so far.
I'd say low
Let's
A,
see.
yeah. And
What
I
did
think we
Zeker say?
Zombs, you are
Zombs,
No.
you are never beating me in anything.
Anything's true.
Thankfully,
know?
I don't have to because I think you got like a trillion zeroed by another team in a scrim. But I guess I'll never beat you. Oh no!
the team coming up, I think just you need to throw an S. Just throw them an S.
It is
Completely agree.
yeah, it's a pretty solid team.
J-Sisk is literally just SSL right now. Like, just throw them an S.
Yeah. No, we've
That
been
team
scrimming them.
is
That is a
very
cool
good.
team.
Even without Divine, which I know who has literally not shown up for a single thing because he's too busy playing rematch. He's got a rematch
Oh.
tournament every single day. Their team is still very solid, and they can make some power moves. I think this team, by default, is very, very strong. Let's just move on. We already know where we want to put them. Toronto 6, Evan, Blaz, Haz, Reeves, and Flash. I know you're making some moves here and
I am.
there.
Flash has been dropped. Rest in peace, Flash, my goat. That guy's so good.
That guy's very good, honestly.
He's
I think
very
he's gonna be a
good
good
for
first
the
round
level.
novice player.
I believe so too. We had a
Asking
oh,
this question.
we had an okay
Still getting mad.
day. We 3-0'd Flo's team, and then we
That is my team though.
and then we got swept by Baltimore. So it was an okay day.
To be
Could've been
fair,
better.
Baltimore's team, I have them top 4 in the
People are like, yeah, DJ's been shitting on them.
I don't know why. I think that team is really gross. Like I don't know or rate JDE that high, but Aqua 3 and Blaudet are
JD is SSL right now.
yeah, that's great. I don't know. Busy hit 2K, so that just whatever.
Busy did hit 2K.
That
Yeah,
Baltimore
you
team
know
is
my
gross.
opinions on JD. Don't piss me off.
Like, I
Yamu is gross.
Do we want to? So AK said, which team was that? Was that Baltimore? Aqua. So apparently the DJ roster 7-0'd them or something. It kind of just blew them out in a scrim. Once again, scrims are scrims, ranked is ranked, but I do think the closest thing we have to actual games are scrims, and if we are seeing a team absolutely blow them out in scrims, more than likely they're probably going to be a lower end team. We put the DJ team in A tier, so it's probably only right if they get blown out. Probably put them down in D tier or C tier. If it's like not even close, I mean it's hard to put them even near them.
I don't know.
AK puts them
C
down
tier?
in top of C here.
I don't.
That's fine.
I don't
I
know.
don't really care. I
Yeah.
don't have a
Okay.
deep opinion. I love my boy Aqua.
Really?
I like all 3 players on this team, Aqua 3, JD, and Blaudot. It's can they get it done? Are they able to figure it out or whatever? But
Yama
another
is
team that we kind of
gro-
skipped
I don't know.
past, by the way, New York Vanguard.
Well, we also skipped past the Toronto 6, so let's rank.
Oh,
your team
you're
first,
right.
actually.
What in the
Yeah.
Those
world?
who know, those who know.
I think right now, okay, I don't like that you put Baltimore in C because like I think my team is just kind of like mid right now, and I also think their team is also mid. Like
Put Baltimore down with
Baltimore is better. Baltimore is better than that San Diego team. Yeah, Baltimore is better than that San Diego team. Baltimore is better than that Savannah team.
Zoms is straight lying. Zoms is lying.
Baltimore
What am I
is-
lying about?
Zums does that a lot. Just ignore him.
Baltimore's better
Who am I
than
lying about?
I don't know. Everybody, keep going, Hess.
Baltimore's better than
Sure.
the Slane Solar Bob the Huge Man team. Like that team's terrible.
I agree with that. I don't think they're
Like,
terrible, but I think
I
Baltimore's
think
better
you
than
need to
them.
just throw Baltimore top of B. And
New York C.
All right, Zekers
Oh.
is confusing me. I think he said I was the worst team in professional earlier, so I don't know.
you are the
Zekers
worst.
Kind of,
You are your
Zekers
team
kind of
is the
flip-flopping.
second worst team. Okay,
Um,
you throw Baltimore top
Okay,
of B
we
and you
just
throw
moved Baltimore from D tier to top of B. What are we doing?
bro. Y'all are I don't know. Y'all I don't know. It's they're
They
actually
got
not as bad as you
completely
think they are.
destroyed by the team one above them now.
I mean, yeah, they should be like
7-0
mid
in
to low.
scrims.
C.
I don't think they're C tier. Like you can't put them under the teams that you had above them. Like I think there's a jump in
So
skill
if you
level in professional.
7-0 a team, not even
There-
close
there's-
games,
there-
you
there's
should put them
teams-
side by side.
There's teams in professional right now that are just a step above every other team, and I think that is the teams we have above every other team right now. Like
Yeah, well,
there-
let's show that by putting that team down in C tier. Like, I
yeah,
don't
but
know.
then you need to show that with the San Diego. You need to show that with the other teams there then,
To consider
because
San
those
Diego.
teams are worse than the Baltimore. Like like
That's your opinion. I mean, I'm looking at results here. I'm sorry, I don't know. To be fair, how did they do in the season? Let's stop looking at a scrum. Let's see how did they play their games. Let's take one
Who?
look. Let's look at
Baltimore? They 3-0'd my
Yeah.
team and they
Well, your
lost
team
to
is a D. Then
and
put your team
they
in
lost
D.
and they lost to 5 in Philly. They lost to 5 against Philly, which Zekers is
Then maybe
saying.
we're
Oh,
just-
that's not good.
Philly,
I don't rate
I
either
do
of
not
those teams,
rate.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're making changes. Yeah,
I'm
put
sorry.
us in D tier. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We were looking. Something was not right. I think that was what it was. So
Even with
Because, like,
changes, put us ahead of that Nightmares team. That Nightmares team is terrible.
yeah, I agree.
All right.
Even
Then-
though it doesn't matter, but yeah.
Yeah, even Reason chat said ain't no way be better than Nightmares.
I'm sorry. Reese.
Okay.
I apologize.
New York Vanguard. All right, let me talk about the New York Vanguard. The
Okay.
fact is, right now, but that team is butt. Okay. We have
Oh,
been
no.
getting rolled in scrims. I don't think we've taken a single game off in competitive play. What I will say is that I know this team will be good by the end of the season. Right now, I think we are bottom 3. I think you definitely can't put us above Has because we got smacked up by that roster in just about every iteration of it.
It was every iteration.
Yeah, so every possible mix of thirds that they could have, they put in, and we lost 3-0. There were close games, just like we had close games against Zekker's team, but we did lose both of them. So yeah, I think you put us probably third to the bottom. This team will be good by the end of the season. I promise you that. We have been working our asses off. Already, we're a hell of a lot better than we were when we played the preseason matches. We are not there yet. So
Yeah,
right now we are
score-
butt. Put us pretty low.
For the series against Flo, it was 3-2, 6-1, 2-1.
What?
So that was
This Philadelphia team.
I
well,
like the Philly team.
Really? I'm not gonna lie.
They went 2 on the day.
I like Kyler and I like Zekers. I don't like Ale. I
They
think Ale's
took down
scalable.
New York City Vanguards, who we just put in D tier along my team.
Yes, they did.
And
What
they
I
took
will say,
Baltimore to 5. They did win, but in 5, and we put that team in C. So I don't think we could put them much higher than probably B.
look,
I think for like C tier. I don't rate
I
that
definitely
team
don't
that
think they belong
high.
in B. I think, look, we have scrimmed a lot of teams.
put 'em above
We have played a lot of
Baltimore, though.
teams, and obviously we've been getting smacked around. I think Philadelphia smacked us the least out of anybody. Like I recognize that we lost 3-0, so it sounds a little bit stupid for me to say this, but like that team is butt. I'm sorry. Like I don't think they're that good. I don't think they have that much firepower. I think they're easy to shut down, and once we stop being awful at the game, I think we'll shut them down. So I don't know. I don't think you can put them above C tier personally. I think like above the
They went
Boxers.
to
I think
5
I'm
against the
happy with.
team that they're next to. So
Yeah, I don't hate that at all.
that's pretty valid. And they beat a team that they're above, so it does make sense at the very least. I think that team can do good things. I believe in my boy Jay. Always, always, always. Let's just you're never beating me, Flo. All right, let's put up
That
our.
is true. I won't be screenshotting that because it's just true. I'm never gonna be able to use the screenshot. So we also screen once before. I don't remember, to be honest. Apologies.
Give me a pose. Yeah,
Let
this
me
was
use
a
Nope,
sad
Zekers
okay.
sight
teeth
to
in
That,
the
see.
upper.
Nah, Zekers has like gesture privilege. It's kind of fire. One thing okay, hang on, pose. Okay, one thing I will say about Zekers before we move on to the next tier. Um, I don't know. I've it's been like respectful conversation until we lost 3-0, and then he goes from saying nothing to adding me in general and like shit talking in general. So I don't know. I hope that as a 22-year-old with 7,500 hours on the game, that he can turn around, or maybe hit a peak higher than 1,800. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, that's just it's kind of I don't know. If you're gonna trash talk, you got to trash talk. You know, you can't wait till the win is confirmed. You got to be trash talking the whole time. So that's all I'm saying. Um, let that be a lesson from the young kid, the 18-year-old to the 22-year-old. But let's move on to novice. Let's get it going. What team is first here? We got
Holy smoked! Holy! All good though. All right, continuing on to novice. This is my home, guys. This is my home. So be kind to me.
That's your
But
home.
I think this is for me. This is the closest I am. A lot of my boys are here. And this is okay.
Okay.
in
I'm
my
reading through I'm
head,
reading through
in my
going
head,
back to the top of the
zombie. All
list,
right.
we are back to, I believe, San Diego Sea Lions. All right.
We are. I don't
And
like this team.
yeah,
I like
okay,
Melon. I love Melon. I don't like Gavin.
no. So,
That's about it.
for context, I got to play this team yesterday, and for some more context, we played them without our first rounder. We played it was our second, third, and fourth rounder. It was me, Solo, and Jaws, and we should have swept them. We took them down in 4. They tried variations of the roster. They went Jack Knight, Dread, and Melon for all the way up until it was 1-2 for them, or 2-1, and they swapped in Lucas for Jack Knight, and they still lost. I don't rate this team that much. I think if we had our
Yeah.
first rounder, it probably would have been a
They just looks like
complete
some butt, bro.
blowout.
Ain't gonna lie. That like I see all of
And
those names and I just don't feel any type of fear
the,
whatsoever. I'm like, damn, they
the thing
exist.
is, Dread, I think they got him second or third round. Dread's actually really solid. I just don't think he was shining on this roster. Same with Jack Knight. I'm a boy Jack Knight. Melon's all right. I think all these players have potential. I just don't think this was their home. I think they will find better. I think these are all players that could do well, but for some reason altogether they just weren't able to get it done. Looking onwards to the team. Oh, we didn't even place them down. Sorry. I would put them C or D tier. Probably not D tier. Probably C tier.
We'll drop him C tier for now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
C tier
probably.
sounds about right. There's some bum teams here, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, there are some pretty bad teams. And I'm not. Yeah. So moving onwards, Tino Toros. This is the other team that we got to play, and Doma actually made it back for this one. So we played with our first rounder. I played, and we played with our fifth rounder. We got to get Omni in for a few games, and we also took them down in 4. I don't really got much to say about them. I think they're slightly better than the San Diego team because we at least had our first rounder. Probably B tier. I think
Agree
J
with B.
Boosted's really. I think J Boosted's actually really good. Oh man, we actually had some really close games with them. I think J Boosted's really good.
I
If
mean,
I'm
you could
honest.
just look at the salaries though. It just looks like Sakuta boosted himself up thinking he's that guy and he just isn't.
He did. I don't
I
like
don't know.
I don't know if I like a single one of the Taurus's rosters.
J Boosted's
No,
really
I do
good.
like J Boosted. He's good.
J Boosted's super
He's quite
good.
good.
He's honestly one of the best players in the tier. Honestly, he's really solid. If I had to make a top 5, he might be top 5 right now. He might sneak it as 5, maybe just barely out of it. But I think J Boosted's super solid.
The team coming up is they went 2-0, and their player in second round is a player who I glazed so heavily. Or was it first round? I don't know. I don't remember what tier it was,
Th-
but
I think the whole roster's good actually.
they
Yeah,
are very
This
very
team
good.
is
I
insane.
that's Scolier guy. I
Yeah,
love.
Sky. Yeah.
He is
Um.
disgusting. I think he's so good.
Yeah. I love
Yep.
my boy Hude. I love my boy
Absolutely.
Scolier and Hive. He's super solid. He got GC3 recently, and he's a third
I think if
rounder.
Hude doesn't have to be the best player on a roster, you have a good roster. Like you're
Yeah,
just
I,
gonna
I
have.
think
Absolutely.
this team's probably S. If I'm honest, I think
I
they're
I
Yeah,
fully
I
really,
agree.
really good.
This team is just
Um,
really disgusting. We screwed them before and they kind of smacked us. I mean, that was without our second rounder, but it was not pretty.
Yeah, they're super solid. That's me. Hi.
Your team top at A. I'd throw your team in top at A.
Do you
I
know?
really like
Oh,
Doma.
don't you know about
All right,
Doma?
all right. Get the screenshot. Denver Shrek goes S. No
Hold the
question.
tracker up.
Denver
Yeah,
Shrek goes S. I think Zoms obviously is going to agree with that because he's the GM, and I think Jose can agree with that as well. Has
That's just
seems to
GM
want to
on
put
the
him in
team.
A. I think
I
it's
don't know.
S.
I know Doma. I don't know much about Solo. I know Jaws
Solo's
obviously.
Does it
disgusting as
matter?
well.
Does it matter? It's
I
still
know
like I don't
Doma
know.
is Doma.
He's
Doma.
SSL.
Doma.
He's
He is-
SSL
So
right now.
I have a 1900 on my team. I'm obviously here, and Solo has also gotten to I believe 1690ish range. He is
AK put the tracker up.
All right, there's the
alright.
tracker for Doma.
Yeah.
Basically this guy's a dog. He is 1866 and twos right now. I mean, what do you like? Just put him S. Put him S.
I think okay. I will say the biggest thing for Doma, if he is locked in, he is a dog. He is a bit trolly. He does like kind of trashing other people a little bit, but I kind of like that energy. I like playing with him a lot. He's actually a really chill guy, and when he's locked in, like genuinely like trying, he is so nasty. He doesn't miss any double taps. He has perfect control. His comms are really solid. I'm excited to play with him. And honestly, we'll see what we can do. So, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm not big on this next team coming up. Just don't really like this team. If I'm being totally honest, the New Orleans. That's a team.
Let me take a peek here.
That is a team.
I mean, it's a team.
How did they do? 3-0 against Atlanta, and okay, so it's just two forfeits.
Let me take a peek here. Savage Gnome, Kumoy, and Geo A5.
I don't like Savage Gnome whatsoever.
Really? I think he's pretty solid.
No, I like Kamui.
No.
Kamui's good. I think Kamui's
alright.
pretty good. Geo's solid. A5's all right. And Hazard. Whoa, trying to steal my name.
It has mentioned.
Whoa, trying to steal my name.
I actually don't mind this team at all.
Automatically, this team's their fans. They got Hazard on their team. They're fans, so they're bad.
Yeah, that's like the mid off.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of stealing your whole flow. Flow mention.
Well, okay.
I don't know if that's how that works. I don't know if I can mention
Don't let them
myself.
get in your head and your head and a zombie.
In my
this-
head,
this-
in my
this team-
head.
This team's bad. Put them in bottom of C, maybe D.
I don't think they're
I
bad at all.
agree.
I don't think
I
they're
I don't
bad at
like
all.
this team.
I would put them at least B tier, but that's just me.
So then
You
top
know.
of C. If that rounds out to
Right.
top of C.
Top of C is fair.
Man, I sure, yeah. I don't agree, but if everyone else is saying it, I'm not gonna vote 3 people. So,
On the opposite, a team that I do like, Atlanta. I don't know. I really like Joystick. I really like Joystick.
I think joystick's disgusting.
And
as
I like
well.
Light Wigglebean. Shout out Light Wigglebean for
I
being
don't think
my
Light Wigglebean is that good, but as a third rounder, he's pretty solid.
Shut up my
AK,
R-
let him know. AK,
shout out
let
my
him
R-
know.
shout out my RSC teammate. Well, AK, if I don't know much about this tier other than players.
I mean, I just rate joysticks a lot. Dark Galaxies. I mean, he looked pretty good. He
I-
looked all right.
They're all right, man. Nothing special though, man. I don't know.
I'd put them in B tier. I wouldn't put them above. Put the bottom of B.
That works.
That's I just really like Joystick and Light Wigglebean. Dark Galaxies I've never been a fan of, and I don't know who Sobis is.
Fair enough. We will slot them down in B tier for now. Let's look at Savannah Phantoms. We got Bromank, we got Tired, and we got Mikela. How did
If
their
I'm being
games
totally honest, the
go?
only player I know on that roster is Busy.
Yeah, I know the busy guy. I know that Rexy guy as well. Let me take a peek at how their matches went. For Savannah, they lost in 5 to Miami, and they took a forfeit against the Boxers.
Who's that Miami team?
So took down Miami in 5.
The Miami team's alright. It's not bad.
I think that's an all right team. I think this team's pretty. I think this is probably a C tier team.
Mhm.
Maybe low B. Probably C. I'd probably put them C. I don't know what y'all think.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably C tier.
I mean, they won. I think that is important.
They did win.
in 5, and the team that we're literally talking about Miami. They are
I
here.
don't like Akko.
Echo,
I don't
Yoshi,
like
and
Akko.
Icy.
I just don't like
I don't
Akko.
rate Akko as well.
I think Jose's better than Akko. Zom's better than Akko. But yeah, AK is better than Akko.
Do we think
I
this
remember
is a E tier team? Do we think this is a C tier team? What do we think?
more like
D.
D tier, yeah. I remember we played them last season, me, CT, and Juxo, when we smacked them upside the head. It wasn't even close. We got belt to ass, or we gave them belt to ass.
Shout out my boy Linky though. Those who
Linky
know,
is good.
MCS
I do
Shout
like
out
legend.
Linky. Yes.
MCS legend.
And then, oh my God, we got Rochester.
Hey, let them scroll. Let them scroll.
I'm letting them scroll. I'm letting them
All
scroll.
I'm saying.
Didn't they? Who they beat?
They
Who
got.
they beat?
They
Gulp.
let them
Gulp.
know.
All right,
wanna-
so we might have played like 3 out of the 4 games with probably the worst player on our team.
You guys lost 4. You guys got 4-1 by them.
They got.
Yeah, we lost them 4, but our second rounder couldn't play. He has some like health issue. I don't know what it is, but he hasn't disclosed that to me. So he didn't play that game. It was just like our first rounder. We were just rotating the entire team at that point. Even our first rounder was rotated.
I still just don't rate this team.
I don't think they're that crazy. We
Top
got
of
to
C.
scrim them.
I mean, top
We
of
got
C,
to scrim them.
middle of C.
And I think we might have dropped. We dropped a few games to them. I know my team dropped some games when I wasn't playing.
I do like the
but
kick
they
and
were
drop
going-
pickup. I do like that pickup. I don't like the Kirby pickup, but I don't mind the J.
I just don't know, man. I think once again this is a team that Power, he's very comfortable with these players. He knows them all, but I will say they did reverse sweep Carl. So they went 2-0 on the day.
They did
so I
reverse
think that
Carl.
should matter.
And that Carl team's not terrible.
So actually,
Is it?
so I don't think we can put them that low. Maybe I mean I feel like are they better than these? I think they're better than Bromank, Tired, and Mickett. I think bottom of B, honest. I think
I agree with that.
we
I think that's
trash them
fair.
a lot, but like it's because we know them very well. I actually think this team is capable of beating some teams, and they beat. I mean, they went 2-0. At the end of the day, they went 2-0. They're better than a lot of these other teams that we're giving them credit for. To be fair, like you said, Jose did not have the full roster, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure that other team did have the full roster. So
Yeah.
anyways,
Are we still talking about
continuing on.
Rochester? I was DMing.
Yeah,
someone,
they reverse swept Carl.
I don't think this Rochester team is as bad as they say. It just depends on
Yeah.
how Kirby and how consistent they are. Yesterday when we played them, they weren't that consistent. Power was missing every other ball, but we scrimmed them like the day before, and they looked pretty good.
Yeah. I really I had a bad experience with them, but I didn't at the time I didn't know how good Doma was, so I think I trashed them a bit too hard. I think they're actually after seeing them take. I mean, obviously your team was nerfed a bit, but they did take you guys down, and then obviously you guys were rotating other players. So that's not like an entirely it's hard to gauge off that. But taking down Carl's team, I think, is a pretty valid. So I would just keep them right there. Continuing on, St. Louis Archers. With your full roster, I actually rate you guys a lot. The problem is, I've only got to play your full roster once. KT, Sandy, and Jose, and it was once again without Doma. So
I think we played you guys like 2 games, and then we smacked y'all, but that was without Doma.
Yeah, we got pretty worked. I think that was with did we have Omni or Jaws out? I don't remember.
1 each.
Oh yeah, we I don't think we had a chance. I don't think we had a damn chance. I won't be honest with you. I think you guys are actually really solid with your full roster on paper. I think you guys are probably an A tier team. I rate Koopa a lot, to be honest. But you guys are pretty nerfed without Sandy, so I don't know.
I think I mean we can just talk about the Chicago team. I think I don't know.
I don't like Illusion.
Okay, well I think you're wrong there, and I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know how wrong you are. Okay.
No, like all the people like novice players that I've spoken to said they don't like Illusion.
No, Illusion's really good. Sosa's disgusting. Okay, that guy.
Sosa
like
kicked
Sosa.
2 or 3
Sosa's
Sosa
times.
is so gross. I wanted Sosa so bad, and when Jose
I
grabbed Sosa
wanted
for me,
Sosa too. I was considering him second round,
I
and then AK.
Wasn't
sniped
Jose?
me.
AK
I
stolen from me,
cried.
buddy.
I cried.
AK stolen from me,
All right.
buddy.
No, this Chicago team is definitely disgusting. They don't have a clear first rounder, and they still smacked us upside the head. Well, they didn't smack us. There was like a bunch of close games. Was it 4 1-goal games, AK? Every game was really close, but we played all 4 games with our full roster, and they still smacked us without.
So are they?
I mean,
We're getting context. We're getting context. There we go. Nope. They cannot hear you for some reason. AK is just unmuting his mic real quick to get some context on the situation, so we don't have to
Alright.
relay everything.
Yeah, you guys
can
get
hear him
Stalker.
now.
Yeah. Context for this team: Jalen, our first rounder. I love the guy. Unfortunately, life stuff. He's gonna be on IR for like a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks. He's not getting cut from the team. That's a leak. There you go. I have no clue who I'm cutting because all 4 of those guys showed up yesterday. Shout out to all of them. But like Jose said, it doesn't matter what happens. This team is going to be disgusting. I'm going to have insane cap space, so watch this space to see what happens. That's all I got to say.
yeah.
No, that team is
This-
gross. I think throwing him at S tier is an easy choice. for
I
me.
agree.
We have a
I
lot
mean,
of teams in S tier.
getting smacked by this team generally made me reconsider how good our roster was.
Put him top of A then, or S tier. I'm either or. The thing is, I feel like Novice is very top heavy right now. There are some monster teams, and I still think there are some more really good teams. Man, I think. So we want to do top of S, or do we want to do in S or top of A? What do we think? With no first rounder, it's kind of hard.
Probably top A. They beat Jose's team, so she's
Man, with
they
no first
automatically.
round, was that with no first rounder as well?
Yeah, that was without a first round. Oh, we
Wow,
lost in
okay.
5 against them.
Okay.
No, it went back and forth.
It went to 5. So it went to 5, which is, I think it's respectable to put them next to each other.
Yeah, every single game was a 1-goal game.
Okay. Every goal was a 1-goal game. I think that's valid then. All right, looking at this Akron Kings roster, Lama Boy Carl, down there with Deso, Jackawana, Ethanol, and Alons. I don't know. They got reverse swept by Rochester, so I don't think we could put them higher than them. I think they're probably on the same tier. I think they're probably.
Wasn't that
Yeah.
without Carl?
Nope, Carl was playing the whole time.
So I
Carl
think we
was
gotta
fine.
just put them top of C then.
I would put them still B. I still
Yeah, I'd
think
give
they're
him
solid
bottom B.
roster. I think a team with Carl can't be like bad. I think they're always going to be solid enough to get wins, but that is a bit rough. All right. Toronto 6 has this is your
You got my
roster,
boys.
and honestly,
People have
actually
been
like your roster.
dissing my roster. You were one of
actually like your
them.
roster.
Bro,
You were one
okay,
of them.
I was
Well,
never one of them. I think this roster's
I
gold.
was one of
talking
them,
about
and
Zombs.
I'm
Zombs was
going
one
to
of them.
stand on business here. Hero should
Oh, yeah.
not be played on this roster. I think Duke, Destiny, and Spooky are very solid. In fact, we got to scrim them. They were smacking us up. To be honest, I
This
don't want to say we
roster
were
knows
full
how to
trolling,
win.
but
All
they
like
are
they
very solid.
I do think it's very important to mention that when we were making MCS LAN predictions, we did see Haz say Hero Rakao more like Hero Shit Rakao, and it was
I
the
did
greatest
say
bar
that.
he ever dropped. And now here he is as his first round novice pick. So
I didn't.
I-
I
there
didn't
might be
watch
some
much
there might be
novice
some
then.
resentment there.
I didn't watch much novice, and then I saw LAN, and this guy and Duke were tearing it up. Mainly Duke, but there's 4 champs on this roster, and you can't go wrong with when 4 players know how to win.
The
And,
thing is,
and they're both duos of those winning teams. So
okay, let me speak because I actually have ball knowledge. I'm like y'all. The thing with Hero Rakao is
I've
this
been-
guy. He it doesn't matter how good he looks in Rising Star, right? Rising Star just does not have the same level as Novice. Like the worst Novice player is gonna be like your second round, like a high second round in Rising Star. Hero Rakao and Novice, he's not gonna do jack shit. He's actually like the worst player on your roster. He doesn't do anything on the ball.
why do you think my roster is so interchangeable? Any one
Can
of
you-
my
can I keep
players
talking
can be
here?
swatched out.
But you could have
No,
just like
I think
drafted someone else.
yeah, like genuinely. I think if you drafted someone else, maybe it's like A tier, S tier. But you drafted Hiro Rakao, who's probably like the worst player on your entire like roster. I don't know how good Hot Sauce is. I'm still taking him over Hiro Rakao. He
No,
doesn't do anything on
no,
the ball. He
no.
doesn't demo great. He's not great at defense. Like what does he do?
Just wait.
I still think
Just wait till we play
looking
you.
at Duke,
Just wait till we
I
play
still
you.
think Duke, Desi, Spooky, that team
And,
alone gets to A tier. I'm not
and
gonna lie.
even Duke knows.
They're so
And even
solid.
Duke knows Hiro Rakao isn't that great. That's why he wanted to come home, and we were both mad that you guys got shit on. That you guys took my shit. You took my bitch, and now we're both mad.
I just put them in the bottom of A. I honestly think I think Duke, Desi, Spooky are unbelievably solid. I think they're really
I
good.
agree. I think they can go A just because of
I-
that.
I'm not gonna lie. That Spooky pick right there is unbelievable. That is a crazy snipe. So I think that saves your roster. It saves your roster. Without that, your roster would be terrible. But you saved it. Good job.
I do like this next team. Looking at it,
Oh, those who
Freezy,
know.
Okay,
Mal,
so
and Cripplefy.
Freezy. Ooh, can I shouldn't
Okay,
leak
if
this,
you
but
can't, if
what's looking like is going to happen. It's fine if I leak this.
okay.
What it looks like is that Freezy is going to be dropped.
Oh,
The starting roster is going to be Mal, Crip, and Swit. Those guys are cold. If you take a look at the results, we did go 1-1 on Sunday. We lost 1-3 to Toronto, and we won 3-1 over Philadelphia. I want it to be known that I think we were playing. What was the roster? Was it like Freezy, Swit, and an Academy sub? We had Bang subbing up from Academy, and we still got a series win there, and as well as taking a game over the Toronto Six, who you guys put next year. So I think this team is so gross, and I think that people sleep on Mal because they see him in MCS, and he isn't like a takeover type of player. I think this team is so gross. I'm so
I think
sorry.
getting
I hate
Mal in
this.
second round is omnipotent eats.
well,
I
okay,
think I was eating fantastic.
I'm not
winning
gonna
second round.
push you into telling us about Freezy. I think if the roster has Freezy, that I was willing to say A, but without Freezy, I'm not sure anymore.
I put them top,
But I mean,
middle of B.
I would
Where
put
I
them
throw 'em.
top of
All right,
B.
all
I'd put
right.
them at the top. I mean, they took a game off
they're
Toronto
probably
and
better.
they beat.
No, they're
And they
definitely
beat.
better.
Who else did they beat?
Yeah, they're definitely
Who
better
said
than
they beat?
Toros. Put them top.
And we
Philadelphia.
beat
Who's got on the board
we
yet?
beat Philadelphia. Both series were played with an Academy sub.
With an
So
Academy sub. So
that is
But
worth
throw 'em in
so
mentioning.
B.
what was
Throw 'em
the
top, top
roster? May I ask? Was it Freezy? Was Freezy playing?
I believe so. I believe Freezy was playing.
Yeah,
I think it was
Freezy's a
Freezy,
big
Swit,
part of that.
and Academy sub.
I
Okay,
rate
that's
Freezy a
very
good bit.
impressive. That's very impressive, though. Freezy, Switya, the fourth rounder, and an Academy sub, and you're doing this. Okay, I really love my boy Freezy, man. I really
I do
wish.
also. I
I
love
think
Freezy.
I think Freezy's so good. He was one of the people I was looking at, but things just worked out a different way. I'm willing to put that team. Honestly, if Freezy's on the roster, I think that team's top or near top.
Yeah,
three, but
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Mal is a first rounder. I just feel like he's criminally underrated. I rate that guy a lot.
I really
I
like
agree.
Mal.
I
I
agree.
mean, I teamed with Mal. Me and Eli did, so I don't know. I really like him.
he's
I
so
think, and I
solid.
also like Fat Baby as a sub. Fat Baby's so good. I actually think Fat Baby is, if he grinds, that kid's gonna be good. I really like Fat Baby.
He's
I
so chill.
wanted,
He's chill.
Fat Baby
He's
was really
chill.
cool.
I want
Um,
Fat Baby. I wanted him.
Yeah, I'm in a really tough position because I like
Yeah.
this roster is so interchangeable, genuinely. So I kind of just have to listen
it's
to
like my
the
roster.
players and let them know what they want.
Are you just gonna use your cut on Freezy because he has to go anyways or leave or
I
whatever?
don't. I don't know. So
Okay. I'm not gonna push that any further.
that is well. Here's what I'm doing as a GM. I'm just gonna be fully transparent about my GM strategy for as far as cuts go. I have asked all three players that I drafted first, second, and third round who their ideal starting roster and sub is, and I'm taking that, and whoever is not consistently mentioned gets cut. So
Okay,
that's how I'm doing
that's
cuts.
valid.
Is whoever
That's
people
valid.
don't want to play with get cut. It's looking like it's going to be Freezy, which hurts me a little bit, but I do believe in the Malcriplified duo. I know that Swit is gross. This team is very, very capable of winning games against good teams. So that is what I will say.
That's true. All right. I think honestly, this next roster, Baltimore Boxers. Man, I don't want to rate this team, man. I like Spalty. I think Spalty's super good. Love Greyhounds is solid as well. And Charisma, I don't know much about Charisma. I don't know how this team has been looking. Let's see how they did on the week, I guess. I know Spalty's a dog. Let's take a peek. Baltimore
3-0 Philadelphia,
3-1.
3-1 Toronto.
So they went 2-0 on the day over some decent teams.
They
Toronto
beat my team. Yeah,
got
they're
smacked up.
I think they're solid. I definitely think they are solid. They got rid of They got rid of Donald, which is smart. I like Greyhounds as the second round tier, and I don't know. Spalty's good. I don't
They
know. I
got
like
they
the
got
team.
they got to be probably somewhere in A then.
I like this game.
Probably above Toronto. Definitely above Toronto. But, I mean, does Toronto drop because of this? I don't even know. I'm sorry. Let's take a peek. 3-1. That means they'd be next to Vanguards, who also be. It's very difficult to rank these teams. Just so many people have beaten other teams, and I think they definitely have to go above Toronto. We'll leave them there for now. But I will say both you guys have beat this Philadelphia team.
Yeah, they're terrible.
I do not rate
terrible.
this squad at all. I'm sorry. I said it.
Mhm,
I said it
mhm.
after the draft immediately. I was called an idiot. And then they went 2-0. I'm sorry. I just don't think this
Put
team
them
is
worst
that
team
great.
in the league.
I'm sorry.
They just
I
are.
love
It's like
everyone on that roster is really cool. I love the boys. Juan, one of the best personalities in CSA season 2
Probably
already.
the best.
Probably
I
the
rate
best.
Juan,
Arguably,
I
yeah.
rate Juan a good bit, but it's just Juan with like a bunch of second and third round rising star players. It's like how are
Yeah.
he supposed to win there?
I think Zava's really good too, but I I'm sorry. I think that's all there really is to say about it. I think the regain will be insane though. There will be lots of milk. All right.
Lots of
Our last tier. We gotta get our screenshot in for a novice. That's good enough.
I look you got hosed.
All right.
Evil.
Academy time. Let's go.
What
Academy
is
time.
okay? What is that name for a first time chat?
What just happened?
Dirty
Oh,
Clank.
Dirty Clank.
Okay. None of that. I can't even see it, man.
Dirty Clank.
For the record, before we start Academy, I will say my entire team is getting blown up. I'm done with every single one of those.
All right,
Buddy,
Arch
we do
restricted
not
D.
care. All right.
All right, so let's just not rate my team. It's not even gonna be the same roster in like a week.
Who knows? That might be
Buddy
every team
already
on this list,
poached my round 5.
All right.
Possession player.
Nah, that was a flash. Let's not worry about that.
All
All right, what do we think? What do we think of San Diego?
Sea Lions, Nate Yerbo, and the Dark Hero.
What were their? Did they play?
I think so. I think almost every single
Probably.
team played. This is where things get very confusing, and I feel like results will be the only thing we could really.
They beat San Antonio, and
Did they? They played your team.
the match has not been reported against Denver yet.
They played against. I don't know what that result was. To be honest, I have no clue. I know my team has lost.
Well,
second
Tuddy's in
rounder,
chat. Tuddy, what did? Tuddy's in chat here. So.
Oh, W Tuddy.
Tuddy, what did? How did you guys do?
I don't remember that one match. Okay, we'll slap them down in A tier.
Yeah,
they're pretty solid.
I do want to see if Tuddy is still here to say something, but yeah. Denver lost 3-2.
Okay, so we went the distance. Okay, I'm not mad at that at all. Yeah, that team's pretty gross. They went 2-0.
Oh, you guys were playing with your sub.
Yes. Don't you know? Buddy, just you wait.
I think this team is solid. I think they will probably end up low A, but I think they probably deserve a spot in A.
I think they're pretty solid. Just because I mean, yes, they did play my team with a sub, but they just don't know about Tuddy yet. It's okay. Let them think they know. We can settle with that for now. Tijuana Toros, Ocular, the Beast Inside, and Incorrect Terror. I actually like that Incorrect Terror guy. I think he's pretty solid. How did the matches go? I'm pretty sure we played against them. We took them down 3-0. Fantastic. So I guess we gotta rate them less than San Diego. We'll throw them down, yeah, in C tier. That just makes sense.
I like it.
And if
Yep.
my team beat them and lost to although they were playing with a sub, those who know, trust me, they don't know Tutty yet. They just don't know Tutty yet. It's okay. Soon they will know. But we could probably throw a Denver Shred in between them as they went 1-1. But I just you wait. Tutty is a monster. He is honestly, he's insane. We kind of skipped over team. I'm sorry, I got a little bit antsy. San Antonio Stallions. That's Tevik. That's Zuid and Days. I actually think this team is really solid. The only problem is Tevik. I know he plays from, I believe, Britain, which is 7 or 8 hours ahead of us. So he is getting up at damn near 3 a.m. to play these games, which I know if he's willing to do that, this team is really freaking good. It's just, man, I don't know, man. Days is also super solid. So I honestly think this is probably S or A. This seems really good. How do they do on the day, though? I just, if Tevik is actually showing up, that is impressive.
No, I think it's S tier. Like Tevik is a demon. He's someone I wanted. I wanted really bad. And when Takeover took him, we both cried and called together. I slammed my desk.
They did
but
lose to San Diego, 3-1. I don't know what the context is. I would probably put them still on the same tier, to be honest, as they did 3-0 T1 as well. So T1 went 0. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. T1 might have went 0-6 on the day. They
Yeah,
They
totally
didn't
did.
do good.
I don't know how. I don't know
okay.
what.
So Takeover just said they rotated the lineups with 2 fifth rounders.
And they still, in that roster still, did pretty well. I'd probably put
Yeah.
them up in A then. I'd probably put them up in A.
I think they're S tier.
My
Tevik is a demon. Y'all just don't know about him yet.
I do know about Tevik. Tevik's super solid. Who was swapping out? Like who was swapping? Like who was rotating? Do we know?
I like Days a lot. I think Days is really good too.
I think Days is super solid. Lemonhead as well.
You with Lemonhead.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard, man. I think this tier will become easier as we get more results. Let's just keep them there. Let's continue on. We've been going for a minute. New Orleans Nightmares. Let's see how they did. At this point, a lot of these players.
Tinsel, I actually heard Tinsel's very good.
They have not submitted that series, and the other one, they won against Savannah in 4. I think that means they're pretty solid. Then if that result means they're probably pretty solid. Where do you want to put them down? Any strong opinions?
I really just don't know this team at all. I don't know any of these players.
I'm giving it some thought. Like I'm just thinking. Like
they went 1-1, I believe. Or sorry, they won 1 and 1 match is undecided. We do not know the result of another match.
put them around where you're at.
I think it'd be criminal if we put them much lower, especially because they could be 2-0 right now.
They're 2-0. They're Wi-Fi said they're 2-0.
They're 2-0. All right, I think that's pretty solid then. Just you wait, Tuddy. Don't worry, you'll be S tier soon. Don't worry, brother. We got you.
How did Atlanta do? Because
anyways,
I like this Atlanta team.
Casper, Bank, and Jonesy. Really?
Non-reported, and they lost to Miami. Maybe not. I know. I like Casper Shark or Casper Shark. Casper Pool.
Doesn't even know his name.
Casper Pool. I was looking at both the names. I don't know. I like Casper Pool. Casper Pool was good last season. I think
They lost to who did they lose to?
Miami.
Who was that Miami team? That Miami team is
Siege,
solid.
Yoshi, Wi-Fi.
Sage, Stocks, and Yoshi. I mean, AK seems pretty adamant on A, I guess. I mean, I think this is more of a B team.
I'd say B as well. I do like Jonesy too.
I think this team is pretty solid, actually. Man, I don't know. We'll slap them down in B for now. I think this team could prove me wrong. Savannah Phantoms demo super solid. But didn't they just lose?
They lost.
Yeah.
Phantoms went 0. Phantoms went 0 and 2. Wi-Fi
also
Savannah
went 0 and 3 against Miami.
They got 3-0'd by Miami, and they
I
lost 3. So
even on paper, I don't like this team.
Really, I think Demo's insane. I think Newt is fantastic, and iCosmic is a guy I really want. I think this roster is actually gross, but if they're getting destroyed, we got to put them down low. I
They
don't
they
think
they got 3-0'd by a team by Miami, and they didn't have Sedge.
I just put them in
So
D. I'm sorry. If you're in 6-1 or 1-6, I can't. I think every player in this roster is so good, man. That's the part that I'm really heart torn about. Oh, I can't believe they lost like that. What,
The two just have to go D, I think. I mean,
yeah,
like, yeah, if they're losing
man?
to Miami 0-3 without their full roster, it's like
I think every player on that roster is so good too, man. That's really unfortunate.
it is unfortunate because I agree with you, but I don't know.
Oh well, I mean, it's
Ball
just
doesn't
is what it
ball
is at
doesn't
the end
lie.
of the day. Ball does
yeah.
not lie. Miami Makos. This team,
If
I
they're
think, went
2-0 and they didn't play with their first rounder and they went 2-0,
That is true. I
this
think they got to be at
team.
least A, surely. I don't know.
This team's
Just
probably
based
top
on
of
results.
top of B
pretty gross.
minimum.
Yeah.
Top of B. I'm thinking A, no matter what.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they went 2-0,
Without a
it's got to
first
be up
rounder.
here. It's got to be up here.
Without a
It's
first rounder.
got to be up.
Like the
Put
team
them
with
on top
Stocks,
of A for
Yoshi, and
now.
Wi-Fi.
Put them towards the top of A right now. We this might be our S tier team. We don't know yet. If they went 2-0, who did they beat? Let's see the comp. I know we just
They
said
beat
it.
New
I mean,
Orleans and Phantoms.
Phantoms who we put in D tier, and
New Orleans high B.
New Orleans that we would put them down. High
Oh no,
B.
Phantoms in Atlanta, who we also have B. So it doesn't matter.
Put them in A.
Put them in A. I agree.
I think there probably could be S tier. But we'll put them there for now.
Yeah, I
Put them
agree.
there for now. I think this is probably our S tier team, but we will come back to it. Who do we got next? We are starting in with the Northwest. We got ourselves Rochester Renegades.
I kind of like this team.
I love this team, man.
I like
I'm
this
just
team a
gonna
lot.
be honest, man. Lil Pay, he's a goat, and this is my boy Ben Storm, man. This is a guy I really wanted to fall to me, man. I'm gonna be honest. I ran it with him last season. Just such a solid guy. He's there. You just can't go wrong with Ben Storm. I think this team is fantastic. But let's check the results on paper. Rochester, they got 0-3'd by Akron, so that makes me frown very hard. And they 3-0'd is that St. Louis Archers. So they went 3-3. Oh, they got a forfeit. So their one win was a gulp.
Yeah,
So they got
both
0-3
our
by
games
Akron.
we forfeit.
Holy, this is a frown on my face. This is a super big frown on my face. I'm not gonna lie. Wow. I don't feel like we could put them that highly. Then we can't put them probably A tier, but maybe C or B. I'd be comfortable with somewhere in here. On paper, I feel like this team is definitely good, but
I think it's fair. I do think that
um,
the Akron team is pretty good.
yes,
But we'll talk about that in a minute. Weevil, Chemicals, and Sway. What do we think of their roster?
this is a top team in my opinion. It's a top team.
I
think
agree.
Weevil's super
I really
solid.
like that
Chemical's
team
super
on
solid.
paper.
Sway is super solid. I have not seen them play though, so let's take a peek at their results.
I don't know.
Oh, so he
I
was
haven't seen
blowing
them
up.
play
Oh,
They
either,
Jose did
were
so
say
good
it's
luck
blowing
on
up, and
that.
we already ranked to B.
They
So, all right,
forfeited.
never mind.
Well, they got one forfeit win, and then they forfeited over here. So if this team is blowing up, then we probably can't put them very high. I still feel like just based off the names, I feel like C tier.
They're not blowing up because of skill. It's just because of lack of communication mostly, and I don't want to deal with it.
Okay, just put them to the top
All right.
of C. I don't feel confident putting them anywhere else, but just put them top.
I think
of C.
we already dropped him D. The team is gone.
Okay, so you can't hear AK, so it's a team that's blowing up versus a team that's sticking. We'll just leave them there. Fair enough. I am not going to fight that. This team of Foe, Trips, and Vex
Vex,
are
bro. What do you
really
know?
disgusting. Are really disgusting. This team is wow. I don't know how they did, but
They
I think
did go.
Focus.
They they got a forfeit loss against I don't know, STL. I don't know what that
So
org is.
St. Louis Shooters or
And
St.
they
Louis.
beat Akron in 5.
I know we just said Akron super solid. I think this also could be a candidate for our S team. I'm not gonna lie. Focus and Vex are just crazy.
Agree.
I don't know too much about Trips. I think this is probably top of A, if not S. Oh man. I would just oh man. Does anyone disagree with S tier?
I think it's probably fair.
Yeah,
think it's probably
I
fair.
rate Vex a lot, and if he's their like third player,
Vex is disgusting.
For context, Foe is Focus
Foe is
from
focus.
MCS. Yes, he's Focus.
Yeah, that team is disgusting.
Focus is so cold, and Vex was like a 1380 salary, and he unironically looked like better than me at times. Like he is.
Vex is like
so cold.
1500.
Yeah, he's cold. He's cold.
Vex is good.
This team, I don't know much about Trips, but if he's drafted there, he's got to be pretty solid. I trust AK's ball knowledge. Put that dog in S tier.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
agree.
At Kings, I feel like this team's also super good. And honestly,
I think we
I'm
throw him
pretty sure.
top of A.
Yeah,
I
agree.
can't. I don't know much about the Akron Kings. I'm being honest.
It seems super solid. I think it's
I know
just,
Sudoku and Chicken. That's it.
Twiz is super good, and he's third round. That's all you got to know.
Decky
That's
is also
super solid.
very gross.
Chicken, those who know, that team might be cooking up something devious. Honestly,
Chicken did beat a MCS Premier team.
He
He
did.
took
Let
a
me look
game
at
off of
the
them.
reports,
So on LAN. So I think that's worth mentioning.
Akron took down Rochester 3-0, no forfeit. And Akron also, they did lose to Chicago in 5, but Chicago we just put an S tier, so putting this team right behind.
Yeah, just for additional context, and the people can hear me now. Axon Val, I watched that series versus Chicago that we won in 5. At times, he was genuinely 1v3. Like that kid is insane.
Yes, he's gross.
Yeah.
He was
No,
generally what?
the Akron team is very, very good. Top of A, I think, is where they belong.
Guys, I just got insider info on a certain player who's getting kicked, and he goes by the name of Joshua Naoki.
All right, go. No,
I just got
really?
insider
That's a big
info.
surprise. All right, continuing on.
Society.
Toronto 6. These are this is your boy has, and you have hyped this guy up a lot. You're trying
Yeah,
to see this guy was
and he
amazing.
might-
Yeah, they low-key got absolutely wiped by my team. Just saying. But
They
hey,
did.
you talk about your team, House.
They did. I still really like my team. Shadow is someone who I've known for 8 years. I met him back in season 2 of Fortnite, and he's my boy. Fire was on my franchise last season.
Firecraft, those you know, bro.
The thickest stick is the thickest stick. And then those who know about me have a Minty Merc, even though he's an AGM. And then Complex, I really like him. I think his ego does hold him back, which is a little bit sad.
I heard somewhere he was ranked B. Is that true?
He has been ranked B. He's been B plus.
And how's he losing in academy?
Is that like Ghost
confused.
Attack?
Is he playing like KBM?
You tell me. I cannot tell you, Jose.
So this guy's losing in academy. He was ranked B plus.
Minty Merc just disappeared from my franchise.
This guy's looking like flavors out here.
Wi-Fi did a magic trick.
I think this team is. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, Has. I do not rate this team at all. I'm sorry. This is probably your worst team, man.
I'm okay with you putting this down. I don't care.
I think Pulse Complex is a very solid player. We looked at some replays, me and Rob, and just we were like hearing that this guy could be a 1900. How is this guy playing at academy? Pulled up some replays. He was good.
He fit in.
Looked like his rank. Looked like what we kind of put him at. No diss to him. I think he could definitely go far. I mean, obviously part of Pulse, so W Mans.
Yeah, he's a professional coach.
I think this team is. I mean, just look at the results. I mean, how did they do again? I think
they went 1-1.
They
went
went
1-1. Their
They
win
got
was in
swept.
5. They got swept.
Yeah, they got swept, and they beat Baltimore in 5. Who I actually do rate. So I mean, I'd probably put them top of C.
I mean,
bottom.
I'll send it in host on it. He sent me this screenshot. He did send me that screenshot.
Yeah. I'm trying to pull that up right now. There we go. Okay. Anyways,
he did send me that.
I'll just put them down for there. I think you will be able to cook. So I don't think you have anything to worry about. Flo.
I want you guys to talk about my team because I know what I think of my team. I'm very curious to what the non-me opinion of my team is. So go ahead.
I agree with what you said earlier when Ostream. Bang is a top 4, top 3 player in academy. I agree with you on that. Bang was on my draft board.
Um,
took down Toronto and they took down Baltimore. Wait, no, sorry. They took down Philadelphia.
I think
5.
Bang is disgusting.
Do we know what rosters they were using for the Philadelphia series?
I
Dangler.
believe we were playing Bang Fatal. I don't know
If
if our
you
third
didn't
was John
grab
or
Bang,
Barry.
I definitely would have stolen Bang.
Okay.
At my
I'm
pick.
not gonna lie. I'd really strongly consider picking up Bang as my third round in novice. I've heard enough. Now I get to speak on my own team. This team is so gross, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like in my eyes, they are the best team in Academy, and I don't feel like it's that close. Which it sounds crazy. I was playing some threes with Fatal earlier. That kid is a demon. He's hitting shots I don't hit. Bricked Up Berry and Big John I have not seen that much of, but Bricked Up Berry fell so far to me. I couldn't help but pick him up, so I had to do that. And Bang is so gross. He's got experience in like SSL lobbies through CRL. JBay in the chat, shout out JBay. Bang went to that same college. Maybe he still plays at that college. I don't know. Anyway, Bang plays in CRL. He is gross. My professional team has scrimmed against a team of Bang, Rookie, Goose, and I don't know. There was a third that I am forgetting right now. Bang was the best player in the lobby, and it wasn't that close.
Here, damn, I've heard enough.
Basically, Bang's the
Put
goat.
him
Fatal
as,
is
put him
cracked. Barry
as,
is good.
put him
Like
as,
they are
put
an
him
S
as.
tier team.
Put him
Anything less
as.
than that is crazy. Is just crazy.
Put
Yeah.
him
So
as.
How did they go
Bang,
to 5
Napier,
against
and
Philadelphia?
I don't know, bro. I didn't watch the series, but it doesn't matter.
They still won.
Also, Quaza is tough. Don't sleep on Quaza.
No,
I was gonna
Quasi
pick him.
Dangler.
Quaza was on my
Anyway,
draft board.
so yeah, so Bang, Napier,
Not on
and Goose
mine.
are on that college team right now. My professional team scrimmed them. We did beat them.
That
In most games, Bang was the best player in that lobby. So, this is a disgusting team. So thank you for the S tier. All
We'll give you that. Continuing on, Baltimore Boxers. Pre-draft, I was really excited to see this team play. Bramsey, my boy, he was on my I think novice team last season, and they did very well. How did they do last week? Not even just last week, just a day ago.
1-1 or
Took
2-2?
toward a 5,
Where did Flo go?
and they took down Philadelphia. Oh, he might have just exploded. There he is. He's back.
I don't know what happened, chat. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
They went 1-1. Yeah, they went
Internet
1-1.
just cut out.
They went 1-1. They got a sweep and they went to 5. I think this is a very similar storyline to who was it just now that we were talking about? New Orleans Nightmares, maybe. Who was
It's
it?
they honestly they're kind of making it work for the picks they had, like AK said. The 16, 32, 48. Kind of making it work.
I think they did pretty well. I think this team's actually pretty solid, especially if they're having these results.
Well,
yeah,
my team beat them.
Okay.
My team beat them, so probably put them behind.
Who did they beat?
They beat Philadelphia.
And that Philadelphia
They
team
3-0'd Philadelphia.
Yeah, wait, they 3-0'd
Alright.
them, didn't they?
Wait.
Or wait.
Yeah, that was not a forfeit. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, they
Yep.
3-0'd.
So, but the thing is, Philadelphia took that S tier team to 5.
To
So
5.
it's hard to put that team all the way down there. But then they beat the Boxers, so it's like something I feel like is slightly wrong.
Philly isn't
Philly is
keeping
not
Quaz.
keeping Quaz. Ooh. That is tough. I think Quaz is a fantastic offensive player. So them not keeping him is kind of a question mark for me. And honestly,
Hey,
I'd like
we've
to
all
talk
heard
to
the
Jay
Quasi
about why.
Dangler, right?
I think that team has fallen off. Then rest in peace. Okay, I'm not disappointed with this. Then I'm surprised they took.
No,
your
I
I
think
mean, to
you're
be fair, it
right,
wasn't your
Wi-Fi.
full roster though, if that's what you're saying. Also, good teams can have bad games, but wow. Okay, that is our list, I suppose. Okay, AK is saying this team is S tier.
And Philadelphia's keeping Quasi.
Oh man, dude, I said it before when we were pricing that team. I like all the players on this roster, man. I don't know how they did that. I really don't know, man. I think they got to be put them by my
rate that
team.
Savannah
Just
Yeah,
put
I
them
think
by,
we're
put
gonna
'em by
put
my
them.
team, please. Put them by my team. I can't believe they felt. I can't believe we put them down there. I don't know how we did that. Genuinely, just I know they didn't have the results this week, but it's preseason. I don't know what was going on. I think Demo is a fantastic player for this tier, especially. iCosmic falling to third is a miracle. He honestly, like even on LAN, looking at Hero, I think him and Hero had similar impact, and Hero went first round freaking novice. I know Has picked him up, and I think iCosmic was not much worse than him, and he went third round Academy. I can't believe it. I do think he was obviously the worst player on the team, but other than that, saying much because he had Duke and Hero on his team. But anyways, I think that's enough yapping about that. I think it's just about time for us to wrap this up. Let's do our
Yeah.
pose.
Has been
for
a
Academy.
long stream.
Jose's is gone.
Jose,
That's
yeah,
ridiculous.
Jose may have died. Welcome back, Jose. Glad to have you.
I'm pretty happy with how these lists turn out. I think these are just building blocks. You know, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
if you aren't happy with where your teams went, just remember these
Lock in.
are just the beginnings. You know, this is the beginning of our rosters. I'm not happy with every team. I'm very happy about some, but once again, draft is about getting some building blocks and seeing how you build off that. So I'm very excited to continue on this season for CSA and seeing how or where that will bring us. Of course, all of us here are GM, so you're going to hear more about this from us. Of course, we will not be done talking about CSA, but I think this will be all we have for tonight. I believe we're just going to wrap this up. It was fantastic. Thank you, everyone, for pulling out, popping out. We're going to post those tier lists soon, pretty soon here, if not already. I'm not sure if they are being posted right now, but we'll post them pretty soon. Thanks for joining us tonight, and have yourselves a fantastic night, everybody. Apologies.